No one missed anything on YouTube. We're just getting started yapping. Just getting started yapping. Do 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 do. So Lazar just let me know that he's looking for the free win because Bjorn is not currently here. Unbelievable. Alright, we are just going to be waiting for Bjorn. What's up, Zergberger? Hello, hello, how you doing? Not PTR? Nope, I'm not doing PTR. I don't think there's any point doing PTR stuff. We can't do Mondays on the PTR anyway because of our sponsors. One of our sponsors requires live stuff. Is it weird? If they didn't update to the PTR at any point, I would maybe actually consider running a PTR event this week, but I'm not going to change my usual events to PTR. I think the quality is just not there, to be honest. Beyond Soul in the round of 16s and 10s, it is, isn't it? Yeah, again, it is just randomized seeding. So what we do is we randomize all the seeds. We do drag the top 4 from last week to the top. So this week, last week was Clem Classic, Down, and Showtime. Was it in that order? It doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's no Zown and Showtime signed up today, so Clem and Classic are seeds 1 and 2. They got dragged up there. And outside of that, it is literally just randomization. And it's actually kind of funny. Today's randomization actually put herO 3 Max Packs 4. That wasn't me seeding. That was actually just the randomization. I randomized the bracket. The only thing we do outside of the randomization is, like I say, we drag the seeds from last week to the top. And then we do drag like pros above non-pros, you know, notable players above non-notable players. Because, like, you know, if a round of 16 match and one of the round of 8 is a couple guys who no one's ever heard of, it just doesn't make sense, right? So it's like, it's randomized with the essence of, like, it's randomized amongst the pro players, basically. So yeah, it's funny because this week I actually think the seeding, a lot of it looks as though it's just seeded in a very specific, like, skill-based way, but it's not actually the case. Do. Beyond has come online, so we are going to get some videos going. And this Beyond solo match will start us off today, guys, so we are getting there. But, yeah. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's feeling good. Where the hell's this from? Over there. Randomly found it. Yeah. Hope everyone's feeling good and excited for some StarCraft 2s. What's up? Hello. How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna be a little slow and tired today, so I apologize in advance. All right. Bien, Solar, counting down, we're getting going. Welcome to the WARDITV Mondays 91, my friends. Again, so good to be here with you all. Hope you're all feeling great. Let's dive on into Tyler Citadel to start this day off right. I am probably going to follow Inu today because he's in this first match with us, and I don't know if my brain is quite up to the job of observing and casting properly, so I'm going to do a lot of just following Inu. It's going to be a pretty laid-back cast, guys. I got back at like midnight or so last night from my trip, so it was a bit of a it's been a bit of a travel, bit of a trip, bit of a journey. And just a bit tired, to be honest. Nothing too deep to it. Just a little bit tired after the weekend. So we'll just take it nice and chill today, and get back on track. Tomorrow we've got Spring Championship games, which will be fun as well. Wednesday Kung Fu Cup, and then Thursday through Sunday Spring Championship playoffs. So we've got a busy week of StarCraft 2 coming up, basically. Yo, Mad Alien, thank you for the 75-month resub. Appreciate you. As also, thank you, Fly Aiken, for the 38-month resub on the Prime. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing great. Thanks so much for subbing us up, guys. As Bjorn is going to barracks us up. 3 racks going across the map immediately here. 1, 2, and soon to be 3. And we're just going to drop those down and get those into position. So it's going to be aggression from Bjorn to start off this series. Big old aggro Bjorn to begin this. As we just have a hatch gasm pool coming up. And a couple of barracks will all be on the way in. And just have those barracks continue to sell SCV on the way through. And waiting for where this goes as a little bit of chatting goes on between Solar and Bjorn. Well, here the first Marines, here's the bunker. No more messing around chatting. It's time to get serious. First Marines are going to show up. Solar's going to pull a lot of drones against this. This is a 3-rack, so I don't know if I love this, because this is a big commitment to try and shut this down initially, but there's going to be a lot more Marines showing up more quickly than usual. And against the 3-racks, oftentimes it's okay to kind of back it up a bit. The Marines change direction here. They are going to get fairly well surrounded. 1 Marine, 2 Marines going down. That's going to be good for Solar. Couple Marines still stepping through the SCVs as well. That bunker gets delayed, gets stopped on the production for a few moments there. The Lings and the drones coming back over. The couple Marines are going to get back to fighting. And those drones are going to keep on taking a bunch of damage. 3 SCVs, 3 drones going down against the Marines trying to get in the bunker. Being in the bunker is kind of a big deal, although we are about to have a Spine Crawler finishing. How much can we kill during this process? We've killed a good amount of Lings. We're going to kill a decent amount of drones. Killing the Lings is good because obviously it lets the Marines continue to go against a lower Ling count. And obviously killing drones is good because you're going to reduce economy to build more up. So everything you kill here is pretty darn decent. A couple of barracks continue to float down toward that bottom right hand side. Command center coming up into the natural expansion. And we are going to reset ourselves here. So Bjorn just going to retreat home. He's going to fall back. Sad face as Solar yaps on at him a little bit further. Ay, ay, ay. These guys just... I mean, Solar and Bjorn have always been yappers at each other. A couple of those Lings are going to get back onto the rocks. And we just take a few more moments as we get back on track. While Marines gather, it's going to be seeing the links be coming through. A couple of command centers, the bunker coming into place. Get this settled for a few moments. And a couple of queens gather up. Spankroll are going to be there. Link speed's about halfway done. The Marines going to fire for a couple more kills. Again, command center about to be done. The orbital command coming up. Marines, engineering base, and more still building through as we get. And command center in the main base coming up as well. So that's going to be a third CC up in the main. The link speed still coming about. Lings, the drone, and the hatchery continue to produce. The engineering base are going to come along with this. That SCV slips down to the low ground the next few moments as well. We've got still on the way, obviously we've got all the barracks, right? So big bio production, not surprising to see us stick to that because we already had the 3 racks. Again, +1/+1, stim back coming through. The additional Marines and SCV still on the way. The refinery is coming up as well. A few Lings are going to get there and play a bit of cleanup too as the Queens, the drones, and the Overlords continue to produce. A couple of reactors going to get built on those barracks, so, you know, again, just getting the Marine count up, now get the add-ons going. You're playing from a bit of a weird spot, because obviously those barracks had to fly back. There's going to be another factory coming into place. As you just see the drones stepping over. Going to get toward the 3rd base, and again, the orbital going to settle there as well. The stim pack and the 1/1 upgrades continue to come about. Evolution chamber and the Queen still building. As you have all of these Queens still gathering. A couple of the creep chambers continue to push forward onto the map as well. Carapace upgrade will build. Queens will be on the way. Drones will be on the way out. Stim pack just coming on through as well. So looking pretty cozy through and through. Marine's gonna go. That lane gonna get chased a little bit. Marine's coming about again. Just gonna see the lair. The Baneling nest coming about. Carapace upgrade coming through. Still have ourselves the rest of these units in the center. Marine's actually gonna stim up, and a bunch of those lings get turned away pretty quickly. Gonna shut that down a little bit. Yeah, base coming up, lads coming through. Bane Nest, Evo Chamber continue to get into place. Hatchery coming into position. Just going to be seeing that +2 armor upgrade coming about. Combat Shield is still producing through, and the +2 attack will come up as well. Marines get there, the link gets grabbed. The SCV is going to walk into position. Yeah, the 2-3 upgrade still continuing along as the Lings and the Banes join. The Spine relocates just for a couple moments as well. And we just have those couple of medevacs producing. The Marines all coming in. We do have our army, Marines and medevacs heading onto the map. So Beyond going to try and get aggressive from here. You know, all in all, supplies look pretty reasonable considering the way this game started. I don't think anyone's in necessarily a good or a bad spot. I think this is a fairly even place. We'll see how well this push does from Beyond. I mean, he's about to get a lot better from Solo, getting into Bane speed and so. He does have really good creep spread. That's one thing you maybe wouldn't have right now if this game had opened a bit more normally. The creep spread is very good because obviously Beyond's been able to apply no pressure since that 3 racks. So the creep spread pushing outwards, and that's actually going to be maintained here as well. So creep may be an issue for Beyond here on Taito here in this opening game. Our opening match of WARDITV Mondays 91. Should probably put the Mondays logo on, shouldn't we? Second, guys. Click the button. Boom. Beautiful. Alright, so Marine's starting to work on the creep now, so starting to get a little bit more done. Marine's going to step through, he's going to see a couple of these creep teams going to get grabbed. And so we are really talking about the creeper that's getting picked away at now pretty quickly. And Marines will continue pushing up. So got +1 missiles, our +2 carapace coming through. Muscular augments and the extra Hydras building. The infestation pit coming up as well. The Marines targeting down the Banes that roll in. This is not good for Sol. If he doesn't get a single Baneling to connect, it does not feel great. He pushes it back, but like I say, at a pretty high price. A lot of Banes going down, one of the Lings as well. We lose the right side base, so the 5th hatchery goes down at the same time here. As now we step up this ramp, the Spine Crawler goes down, the Lings are going to run through, the Spore Crawler goes down as well. The Marines load back into a medevac. And we just pull away from there as the medevac's still heal in the center. Another Squall going to try and press up. Medevacs have to load, they pull away. The couple of Queens will be pulling back, or pushing those medevacs back up to the top side for the moment. It's going to stem underneath. Another Overlord going down. Solar supply block pretty heavily right here as the medevacs and the Marines continue to gather through. The Marines all gathering up. CC is going to get put in position in the next few moments down on that bottom side. Again, +3 armor coming through because of shells coming into place. Lurkaden, Hive coming into position as well. +1 missiles and the +2 melee all continue to gather. And you see the Lurkaden is getting close to being done right now as the Marines and the medevacs and the mines continue to push on forward. 3-3 upgrades from cuts of shells coming through. The Marines going to try and fight against these Queens as well. The Mines will burrow. The Marines stem up. A couple more of those troop tumors going down. The Banelings making a roll in towards these Marines. Good split, good handling of this so far. The Marines continue to fight, actually stemming upwards toward a few more of those Hydras, doing a great job of this. The Lings still popping through. You can see those Marines continue to get forward. A bunch of Hydras going down. Don't get me wrong, Solar's going to clean this up, but again, it has not been cheap. This time he'll kill everything. He lost a lot of Hydras in the process, beyond losing a lot at the end, I suppose, because as it became overwhelming, he started to lose a lot without killing any extra. Medevac and Marines will step through. Hydras and the Banes and the Lings going to shoot. A couple of creep teamers going down. Marines and Marauder pushing forward. Just going to see the Widow Mines burrowing up. A couple of Widow Mine shots are going to be firing. Just seeing a couple of drones being picked away. I see the rest of the Lings coming through as well. The Banes are rolling forward. The Hydras are pushing forwards. The Marines will continue to stem backward at the moment as well. Just going to be seeing the Adrenal Glands +2 melee, Slides like Spines continue to produce through. 7 drones getting dropped. The Lings, the Banes still gathering. The Adrenal Glands, the +2 melee coming through 3 upgrades. Continue to get built as well. Hydras will fire back at those medevacs and those Marines once more. What kind of sickness does Bjorn have to always forget his attack upgrade over armor? It's just, he just presses armor then attack in that order, and just like, he's just presuming that they both start and they don't. It's like, it's actually not uncommon to see like the armor upgrade like the attack upgrade of a lot of players, because they will press attack then armor, right? And so the armor upgrade doesn't get started and they don't realize it because they just short on money or something. But like, yeah, Bjorn somehow just doesn't fix this. It's crazy. Well, Bio going to continue to fight. Ling Hydra still coming through. Another Bane moving up. Overseers overhead. We are going to have our Adrenal Glands +2 missiles all pushing into play. Solar is doing a good job of continuing to defend. I'm a little worried for Bjorn that this game is now getting a bit too tech heavy for him. Right, the lurkers and everything coming out. This is where Solar really kind of thrives in the TVZ. Whereas Bjorn is still kind of just on Bio Mine. Like, the setup for him beyond this is non-existent. He's not even trying to start building anything else. So I think Bjorn might be in some trouble. SCV is going to repair. Planetary going down. The Ling is going to run into that mineral line as well. Get after the rest of the SCVs. So, okay, well, Bjorn's going to take a ton of damage here. Minus 24 workers. He is going to maybe get the hatch on the other side of the map. Gets the Queen, gets a couple of Lings and the units that are over there. Has a lot of units over here as well. So Solar's a little bit outnumbered in different places right now. So maybe Bjorn has some potential. Solar's army supply is lacking. Doesn't have a ton of money to rebuild with either. Ling's going to run through. The lurkers will continue to press up. Still pulling over to that right side. The other Ling's coming around. Widow Mine's looking to try and fight. The Ling's running through. The Marauder is still getting surrounded. And the +2 missiles and the +3 carapace. 15 more Hydras coming up as well. The Medevac's pulled back over to the left. And 11 more Hydras, 10 more Lings still producing through as that hatchery continues into place. Marine Marauder Medevac continues to come about. Command Center on the way. And we still have the additional couple of lurkers coming through as well. SCV's just transferring. Again, 5 more lurkers, +2 missiles, +3 carapace, all building through. Hydra Force gathers up. Banes and the lurkers stepping back around. Still got that +3 carapace coming into place. A couple more mines. The Marines coming through as well. Command Center will settle. Drones coming through, +3 missiles, +3 carapace. Marine Marauder mine continue to get into position for the moment. We're gonna get a little scan coming through. Just gonna have our 3/3 upgrades still coming into place. The extra Lings coming by, Libs and the Marines will be producing as well. I mean, at least Beyond's getting Liberators out, something a little bit tech heavier in this game that was not really here before now, so that's going to be a big positive. It's kind of going in the right direction now, at least. I mean, I like that he's teching up a bit. It's still only, you know, if you can get rid of the top base, I feel like you can control this base count of Solar, but we need to get 1 base, I think. I think you need to pull him back down to 5 bases instead of letting him be on 6 to be okay with this. Fire will fire, a little bit of the Ling Bane going down. The Blinding Cloud comes in as well. I don't know why the starport's over there at the react on it, but okay, as that Bioforce is going to come through, we are going to have a bit of a Ling Bane chase and hide as well. Lurker's going to run into some mines. It's actually going to be unfortunate too. Lurker's go very low off that on the left side of your screen. The Bio sitting tight. Viper goes down. The Lurker's going to blow up and continue to fight once again. He's going to see the Parasitic Bomb. He's going to be landing on the Medevac for a little bit further. The Hydra's still stepping through. Liberator is going to get sieged up. The Bio going to try and fight into this. A couple more Banes dropping. The Lurkers still aiming themselves at that Bio army. Trying to come down this ramp here. Bioforce on a big spread, pushing straight through this. You can see a lot of those Lurkers still continue to go down, clearing a lot of this out. +3 missiles, +3 melee, all coming through. The additional Hydras coming into place. Marine Marauder Lib, mine still building as we continue to go. Bio just going to shoot. Hatchery going to go down. So we are going to get this forward position. Nidus in the main. Actually have a decent spread of units here. A few Marauders are going to be enough to get rid of these Lurkers, and that is going to be a defense from Björn. An important moment because he's pushing forward, killing a base on the other side. Denies the Nidus from doing too much. Has got some units trickling into his mineral line, so we'll check on that in a moment. But right now, this push is the important one. How much can Björn get done here? Burrowing up those mines once again and trying to continue holding this position out. Widow mines go into the Hydras a little. Just going to be seeing a couple of drones getting blasted by some mines that come passing through as well. Bio army continues to pull away. Marine Marauder Liberator continue to be produced. And as Bio army continues to step back for the moment. Unfortunately, Björn losing a bit too much. He lost a lot of SCVs here as well, and so he doesn't have the replenishment behind this now. His one big shove of Solar is doing a lot of work. These Hydras are getting forward in good numbers, and Nidus comes up to reinforce directly into the fight. Do we want to, though? I mean, the Hydras are going to use the Concave and the Sim City to their favor there. It's going to be good enough from Solar to take game number 1 off of Björn in the opening match of the day. What a banger of a starting series we've got on our hands here. I mean, Björn and Solar always deliver games like this. And they're so frequently kind of playing these kind of games. There's always a lot of fun to be had. What's up, Ice Panel? Thank you so much for the 15-month resub. Much appreciated. We're going to go right rapid for map 2. Gonna get that hosted up and get this started, guys. Alright, we're gonna ready through here. Get this started. What's up, Twin Head Dragoon? Thank you so much for the 10-month resub as well. Sorry, 11-month resub as well. It was 10 in a row. Appreciate you guys. Any news on the new maps coming to the ladder? I presume the new maps will come to the ladder when we have the PTR going live. So probably within a month or so, I would guess. Something like that. I can't believe we've not had any updates to the PTR. I kind of expect one of my main concerns about the changes in the PTR was that they were going to just go through them all so quickly, and the PTR has been actually up longer than I expected. I did think we'd have like an update to it by now, but credit to them, they're really letting people test it, which is kind of neat. It's kind of nice, kind of neat and kind of nice. So leads 1-0 in this best of 3, of course, up against Bjorn. This best of 3 series, we get this all on the go. Obviously, last game started off with full-on 3-racks proxy. This one is going to start off with multi-racks, most likely Reaper, as we get the multiple racks onto the low ground initially. It's just going to get that started to begin with. Get that going. Orbital Reaper racks in the depot continue coming through. Hatch and gas pool coming into place. A drone coming up. And take a few moments as the 2 Reapers continue to come into play. Spawning pool coming into position. Those 2 Reapers continue into place. Yeah, Reaper just gathers through. Again, a couple more Reapers coming over. Just going to be seeing a couple of things. We're going to step around for a little bit. Let's see, there's a couple of Queens are going to shoot. The Ling's going to gather. Reaper's going to be right there. Again, Ling speed and the Ling still coming through. The command centers continue to build up as well. As well, shoot, grenade gonna fire. Queen just gonna take some shots. Couple CCs coming up, so much more regular game from beyond. Just Reaper pressure into the triple command center, trying to get this economy up online. Missile back again. Command center in the orbital continue to come through. Just sit back for a little bit. Engineering base on the way. Heli and the Marine still coming up. Can that all in the go? Alright, a few Reapers just gather. Again, the Queens join up as well. Aliens and the Reapers making their way across then. Upgrades behind this, just bio. No surprises there from beyond the moment. We'll see the couple of Queens and drones. They'll continue to come about. Little chase, Reapers in the Hellion coming back around again. Again, +1, +1, and the stim continue to come through. Factoring, I'm going to move over to the tech lab. Stop, we're going to get to the reactor. And again, just going to have 1-1 and that stim coming up. Armor on the way, the few SCVs coming up. Camera base coming through. Again, just going to have ourselves the bits and pieces settling for a few moments. That lad's about halfway done. Carapace still coming up. And the Bane Nest Evo Chamber continue to come through for a moment. The Marine's gonna get that. It's gonna make a little grab. The Landlings and the rest coming through. +2/+2 upgrades coming over. Combat Shield as well. So got that Bane Nest about to finish. Queen already down. Ling's now getting a wrap around on these Marines. I feel like this was a lift and get out of there sooner moment. The problem is you stick around so long that the medevac's take damage, and one medevac's dead, so then you may as well stick around longer while the Marines trade out, but then the other medevac's dying, so I think you should have just... I think that probably was like a lift and get out of there moment, honestly. I think that was a moment to try and do other things. As you just see, Melian and Carapace upgrade coming up, Bane Speed coming through. Melee upgrade, Bane Speed still going to ban Infestation bit and the Hydro Den coming into play as well. And those Banes will come over, just going to be seeing the Queen's going to gather, have the Hydro Den coming into play with the Groove Spines. As Beyond tries to put a bit more pressure on, but Solo's just very comfortably moving up into Hive Tech, moving into the next phase of this game and looking very comfortable while doing so. So he is getting into a very nice position here. Kind of on ready to try and maybe do something. +1 missiles, +2 Carapace, all coming up. And Hydra Speed, +1 missiles and +2 Carapace all building. Ling Hydra coming through. Tank is just going to be there firing. A couple of Queens and the Hydra's already taking damage. The Marine's pulling back a second. And Bane will gather through as well. The few Marines going to pull over. Lings and Banes from both sides. They wrap around. Medevac's load. We get out of there. We reset this for the next few moments. And it pulls back through. Medevac's going to pull back toward these Marines. The Lings and the Bane's going to get there. This Medevac, where are we going? Deeper into enemy territory, into the Hydra Fire. Gonna get that Hydra. It's going to be seeing the Viper coming through, +1 missiles, and the +2 Carapace still building. Yo, Papa Mitch on the 11 years. Holy goodness. I didn't even do the math for that one. 11 years on the tier 2 as well, as always. I appreciate it. 11 freaking years. That is crazy. Yeah, I guess it is like 11 years pretty much to the day of being full-time ST2. Obviously, last year was exciting because it was 10 years of being full-time in StarCraft, and this year it's 11 years, a little bit less exciting, but damn. 11 freaking years. Never letting it drop. It's crazy business. As Bjorn tries to drop, maybe he shouldn't have let himself drop because that goes absolutely nowhere, unfortunately. Absolutely nowhere. Now a few Marines are just going to come over, again, adrenal glands, and so continue to come about. Ling Bane Hydra going to continue to rush forward. A couple of Liberators in good positions, just going to be having the command center lifting off. And these Banes and the Lings continue to run through. Solo just looking to overwhelm right here and now. And he might have a pretty decent effort of it. The Marines stepping through. The Queen goes down now. The drones going to get chased and caught as well. I mean, this is nice, at least on the top side of the map. Solo did a lot in the center, but if he loses a bit too much eco, maybe keeping this up is hard for him. I mean, he'd go to 5 bases if he loses this one. But then there's still also those units still on the map to deal with as well, right? They could go further. If they're not being dealt with now, they might continue to get a lot done. We'll just have 3-3 upgrades still going to battle, plus 2 vehicle weapons coming in as well. The tanks continue to gather together, just going to join up still. The Hydra's going to take a bit of a lunge down to the bottom side. Marine's going to get here. Ling Bane trying to run forward into this. Wouldn't mind aiming, firing, connecting. The tank going to put some work in as well. These Hydra's going to get turned back the other way. We get the base. It's huge. Denying Gun the 4 base would be absolutely massive. As the rest of these Marines still stepping forward, that's a Hydra going down, make it a couple. The Hydra's getting chased down just there. Yeah, I found 5th of June, 2015. Official announcement of going full time. Crazy. 11 years, baby. Alright, Marines. In a good position with these Liberators backing it up. Zola, I felt like he had a lot going for him, but just loses a bit too much army. Not stabilizing. Maybe if he had that extra base up. If he has that extra base up, is that enough economy to make a difference here? I'm not necessarily sure if it is. Beyond pushing right back up through the center. Just going to be having the Overseers and Queens, the Hydra still gathering, a couple libs in position, Marines around the sides. Oh, Lings is going to run through a couple of SCVs going down already. The few Marines are going to step over, a couple more of those Lings getting shot at. Pushed around. We've got Hydras, Lurkers, Banes continue coming through. Marines and tanks back around the right side. A few Lings are going to try and intercept reinforcements, but the reinforcements are turning out to be too much, so they're going to hold strong. Now these Marines are going to try and step forward again. Tanks will siege. Hydras are going to step back once more. The Marines still stepping forward. Just going to put some damage onto this Nidus network. It's going to take a few shots as the Liberators stay sieged. Nidus will go down. And a couple of Lurkers just get burrowed up and get jumped on and cleaned out as well. So just going to see those Lurkers dying. Picked off for the moment. Pushing up at the top though, Bjorn is still in control, and Solo's just losing base by base. He's slowly replacing them through the top left, but he's losing a good amount of economy along the way and in a constant mode of recovery. I mean, I like that he's trying to do something with these Lurkers on the other side. Realistically, the tank siege up a bit too close there, so these Lurkers will still remain, and so Bjorn having some issues of his own. However, a lot of the pressure on Bjorn is going to be alleviated by the fact that he's now got his 4th base up and running. So actually having an additional base to work from and, mine from and actually utilize is a massive factor. And it's just going to be seeing our bio stepping through. Hydras are coming up. They're going to get turned around. A few Marines are still chasing. A couple of Banes getting pushed away. The Marines are still stimming forward. And it's going to be our Wing Hydra Bane going back the other direction. The extra Bane's morph and we take the second. What's up, Fresh QQ? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Range for Lurk is not done. No, he does not have seismic spikes. Oof. Oof. I was about to say, Fresh Q was are you the Protoss player from like 10 years ago? I'm trying to think. I feel like the name Fresh Q is like very familiar to me within StarCraft for some reason, but like from almost too distant a time. Yes, we met in SCT to improve. Oh my god. I'm not crazy! Holy. Thank you for the Prime, mate. Cool to see you. This is one of those moments where it's like you either sound like a complete idiot, you're like, do I know you? You're like, I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes that's why it's worth sending it sometimes in the question. 35 now with the kids still playing? Hell yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I remember, like I say, I remember the name as Lingvein Hydra comes smashing through. Bio's actually going to hold its own. Good tank shots to push those Banelings back the other way. And we are going to see Bjorn holding his own in the center of the map. Again, incredible by Solar, because this was a scenario where it felt like it was just too much and he was just lost. And don't get me wrong, he's still playing from behind, but he's keeping himself in it. Solar with that ability to just survive is something which he is able to do so frequently. It really is actually kind of crazy how often Solar is the guy who comes through and just lives. Yeah, he is really very oftentimes just a super successful player when it comes to surviving. And in this matchup, he can survive better than anyone else, I feel like. Because we are going to see the rest of this Lingvein Hydra trying to make a move. A couple tanks in positions. The Ghosts are going to be here to maybe try and set up some snipes or so. Nothing too much. Just going to be seeing the Lingvein Hydra going the other way. Knight's Network onto the bottom of the map. There is going to be a push up the right side. Bioforce coming straight through. There's a couple of drones are pulling out of there. This hatchery is going to get jumped on. So hatchery goes down as well. And just seeing the rest of this Ling Hydra gathering back through. A couple of Vipers nearby. A couple of snipes coming out. The Lurkers are going to get turned away as well. I was going to say, those medevac's alright. Parasite Bomb's going to get close to killing that one. It is going to kill it. And we have a second one on the other medevac. That one probably could have, if anything, we should have turned the hurt medevac or the one that was already bombed into the army, and then the other one maybe actually would have got away. It's a bit of a misjudgment on Beyond as he had to play that one quickly. Stepping through, a couple of these tanks going down immediately. Hydras and the Banes still trying to step forward. The Bioforce going to be here. Wood of Mines. There's actually no Wood of Mines. Sorry, I thought it was a Wood of Mine line. It was a snipe that I saw setting up into the skies, as we are just going to be seeing the Ghostmen try and hold their own here. Beyond again taking a massive dip in supply. But Solar can't exactly keep pushing through with a bunch of Hydras remaining. Like when it's only Hydras remaining, you just can't really get forward there justifiably. So that will be that, as we now have a couple more tanks continuing to place. Just going to see that orbital repositioning. And yeah, tank CC's on the way up. A few Banes and the Infestors coming about as well. Here's the Banes. It's going to be pushing straight through again. A lot of those Ghosts in the front getting hit hard. I love the Parasite Bombs. Getting the medevacs out of here is so huge. Removing the ability to just heal this army up again and again is massive. And again, Beyond, if he does not have this fourth base, that's rough. He does have the bottom side fifth now, which is a bonus, but is he holding this off? These Hydras are going to keep fighting this time. Solar does not back it off. The problem is when he backs off, he will take damage, especially because it took around a little bit. Now we land a Fungal, though. Low HP units getting Fungal is not a pretty sight for the Terran player. And Beyond dips below 100 supply, which might actually just be enough to get us through to GG's in the favor of Solar. He's going to get there. Solar 2, Beyond 0 to open the day here in the WARDITV Mondays 91. Alright, Max backs against Ryung is set up already in the round of 8. Ryung defeating Arrowfire is actually kind of a cool result, because Arrowfire can be pretty good. Solar defeats Beyond. He will play Classic or IO, so probably Solar Classic, round of 8. Clem currently playing Camo, very likely to win. He would play Percival, who's in the round of 8. Looks like Lambo had to tap out and forfeit today, so Percival got a free win there. And then on the bottom of the brackets, herO versus Led Alex and Nicorect versus Harston. A couple cool matchups. I'm thinking we either wait for Classic, maybe we just super simple. Either we wait for Classic versus Solar, or we wait for Clem versus Percival. And we probably just take whichever one is ready first, and we just go so we can get straight back to it. I think that is my preferred route of this, because I think either way, this probably just makes more sense. I think Classic might be done. He's been out of game for a couple minutes, so he might just have not updated his score in the bracket. In which case, if he's ready to go, then we could jump into Classic Solar. But waiting for the bracket to update, and then I will let you guys know more. Necroact vs Hearthstone looks interesting. Yeah, probably already well underway though, unfortunately. So not something we can catch at this point, it would seem. But yeah, we'll give it a few minutes. We'll see who comes out of game, see if any results get updated, and I think we'll just take whichever shows up first, because we've got both. Both matches are kind of cool. We have a good chance of just getting into something interesting, I think. So yeah, let's probably just make that approach. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm just looking through brackets and stuff. I wonder if Classic's actually about to play. It looks like Classic was actually still playing his previous round. So, yeah, we were going to wait for Classic or Clem to come out of game. And tell you what, guys, I'm just going to throw us a little break screen here. Just early, I'm just going to grab my lunch. Well, we have a natural break, and we'll come right back. I say grab my lunch. I have like a few bites of a pasty to eat. We'll take a few minutes, and we should hopefully have a result for you guys soon. And we'll head into whatever match that is when we have more info on it. So we'll be right back in just a few moments. We'll be happy. kind of an interesting game state. There's a couple of lings. We'll get around the adept there. So hat-trick got cancelled. I think my mic might be muted a bit wrongly, guys. Sorry. But we get the hatchery denied, and then Classic is gonna have to take the in-base here, unfortunately, just because of the way that this has gone. Oh, we're coming up. We'll get on the way. Solo SD1 on the 1-year resub. Appreciate it. And you just have our lings be kicking in soon. The Oracle can activate, go after a couple more lings initially. Second Oracle just gets finished up. Just going to see the Warp Gate is. I'm going to finish very shortly. Let's see where this game goes. Obviously, Classic goes to 3 bases. Solo, by the way, did steal his gas in the back, so kind of like a funky little part of the scenario that's going on. Oracle's coming through. Forge and the Twilight Count's coming about. Nexus is about halfway done. Oracle's going to activate for a few more of these drones. 2 workers, 3, 4. 3. Just the 3 workers going down at the moment. So just going to swing out the extractor. We do have the blink on the way, the land, the Roach-Run coming through, a few drones coming up. And Deb's getting position to push those lings back the other way. Oh, we're just going to shoot in the Overlord and take a bit more damage. Using these Oracles for high ground vision, Classic just try and clear that up. Interesting to see where Solo goes from here on Celestial. This feels more like a big kind of... I mean, it's a big map, which means that you don't typically like it going super long as a Zerg. Blink on that, +1 coming to bow again. Just going to see the gates coming through too. One drone gets caught in stasis. The feeling's going to nibble at the rocks. +1 attack, the blink coming through. Just going to be having ourselves the infestation pit coming online. The Evo chamber about to finish. Temple Archives is building as well as a few extra gates as well. A few drones just going to jump onto the extractor, into the mineral lines. Continue to get that going. Starts coming about. Ling's actually going to run through the rocks on the left side going down. This is kind of the funny thing about taking the in-base expand is that your 3-base setup has an extra wall into it on that left side. 7 probes go down. Oracle's having to play defensively, which gives Solo obviously a lot more freedom. And he has 70 drones and building into just a few more drones as well, so it doesn't look like Solo's going anything too aggressive, excuse me. As that roach speed just comes up. Nexus on the way in. Stalk and the probes coming about just for now. Six wormholes continue to build, +1 missiles coming through. And a few more Storm Hosts on the way, so we're going to get a lot of those coming up. +2 Storm Charge will continue to come about. The Nidus Network is about halfway done. The Stalk is going to step forward. Again, after a few more of those Zerglings. Stan's going to finish, plus one missile still coming over. A couple of Oracles going to get shoved the other way. I see a couple of those Queens getting chased the other side. A couple of Creep Teamers going down. Storm +2, the charge continue to come over. Just going to step forward. A couple of Overlords going down. Swarm Host popping out of the Nidus. I don't think this first round of Locust is going to do much, right? Stalkers kind of fight them head on with some good blinks. We can minimize things here. We've seen a few lanes. Going to continue to come around a couple more moments, continue to get that going. Ravage still gathering through. A few Stalkers going to fight. High Templars are going to gather up. A couple more corrosive bars dropping into place. Still just seeing our Lurker Den building up with a few extra Stalkers coming through. Obviously, Solo's able to pin his opponent back with these Swarm Hosts, but long term, his army is going to be much worse than his opponent's. He's on his way to a Lurker Den, so he's going to be improving soon. Can these Locusts buy enough time to justify this kind of delay of going into Lurkers? This is scary. This round of Locusts is being dealt with. And now you've already got a Protoss army pushing toward the middle of the map. Good couple of corrosive bars there. Classic walking into his own Storm probably does more damage than this Roach Ravager army does, but it does allow him to chase very aggressively, which is obviously what he's looking for. Treasure coming back over. So we seeing those, well, I was gonna say those little Locusts trying to get Robo Fleet. They don't get it though. Sola just trying to dry Classic out of resources, using up all the, forcing him to use all the storms and everything else. Not going super well just yet. Is going to be gathering, just going to be having the Stalkers, the High Templars gathering up. The Adepts will join together. Again, Sizeout Spans coming through. The additional Lurkers are going to build the Prism. Back up that right side, on the bottom left side is going to be another Nidus attempt from Solar. He's already Locusting at the right side. Like I say, it's been a while since we've really seen these Locusts do much of anything. They drop in, they maybe could keep the units back a little bit, but that is like the absolute most that they're getting done so far. It's really not ideal. So let's come back over. Hydra Roach is going to be there. Can we deal with these Zealots? Lurkers get burrowed up. The Zealots got caught. Nice save from the Prism. Ooh, we're pushing through the choke point here, but there's no Lurkers, so it's kind of fine. Once again, we're walking into our own Storms, doing more damage than anything else, I feel like. Finally, the Swarmers get their Locusts available, but Solo was way too slow to respond to this. These Locusts are not going to do much. They get a few kills because the Stalkers are blinking forward aggressively, catching these Queens. Classic loses a fair bit because of that. Man, if he had any amount of Lurkers there, that position would have been so impossible to attack into as Classic, but obviously Solar had his Lurkers elsewhere. Hydra's still pushing through. The Lurker is going to be there as well. Lurkers all over the place. This army of Classic is not holding out in the end, and Solar is going to win out. Wow. This was a baffling kind of fight. I think Solo did a really good job of, like I said, I was actually really not convinced by a lot of his army, but he actually did a really good job, as I said a couple minutes ago, of like making sure Classic was always spending his resources, like the storms and so. So when it came down to the largest fight, there wasn't just endless storms available, right? So crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That was a really interesting one. Lego spread was amazing. I think Classic did put a lot of damage on his own army walking into storms. I think he probably could have took a couple of better fights as well at certain points. Yeah. Why don't Protoss goes Void Rays against Swarm Host? Because then the Swarm Hosts have already won. Because the Void Rays have to preemptively be in position to stop the Swarm Hosts. And if the Locusts pop up, the thing is what do the Void Rays give you? Like, like, they can shoot down the Swarm Hosts. That's only if you catch the Swarm Hosts. And if you're making Void Rays, you're really nullifying your power elsewhere on the battlefield. Because what goes into building Void Rays is the rest of your army, which then the ground army of the Zerg is going to enjoy so much more, right? Void Rays just don't really do anything for you. Like, if you get, like, a bunch of Void Rays above the Swarm Host, then brilliant, right? You can kill them for free. But that's just a misplay on the Zerg, same as, like, if you blink the Stalkers on top of the Swarm Host, it's usually going to be a misplay from the Zerg as well, so... Yeah, very much so a case of just how useful something truly is. Down a map, Classic in the top left, up a map, Solar in the bottom right. Into of quarterfinals. Full quarterfinals are set now. Clem versus Percival, Max Pax versus Ryong, Classic versus Solar, and herO versus Harston. So the winner of this plays herO or Harston. So kind of cheering on Solar to give us more ZVP rather than PvP, but we'll see if he can continue through Classic stuff. Fun to see what's going to happen. Overlord on the move, hatch gas and pool coming about, the drone on the way. Getting the probe, getting in position for a few moments. Overlord stepping through into the natural. Next is coming about, Cybercore coming into place. And the Ling's gonna get there. That probe is gonna be grabbed. Ling's coming up, Stargate on the way. Next is coming through as well. Ling's coming about. Green on the way through. Stargate's over halfway done for the next few moments. Green and Lingsby coming about, couple of drones will be producing. Overlord coming about, Oracle on the warp gate. Get in position. Again, Oracle coming to battle, get going through. Things are going to get up to the top, a little bit of a journey. Things running in, a couple probes go down. Just going to be having the Oracle activating the probes. Taking quite a lot down, just going to be 4 workers going down. Nice little run by from Solo, getting some damage dealt early. Getting straight in there. And a couple of devs just going to fight a couple of drones. Take some damage. A few workers going down. The Lings get there. Getting a grab. One melee upgrade coming through. Just seeing those few Lings able to get toward the pylon here. Pylon taking some nibs. And we have the Nexus coming alongside as well. So third base coming up. Love what Solo's been able to do with this so far. Things move over, and Deb's going to be there again. +1 attack upgrade on the Forge. Solo playing that melee upgrades. I'd be surprised to see more than one Swarm Host game in the series, and don't think it's necessarily as needed on Ruby Rock. Celestial has a lot of positions where the nidusing of the Swarm Host can be very effective, and I think that's a big part of the reason why Solo took that approach. Queens gather. Hatcher comes in position. Melee upgrade. Bane nest on the way through. Okay. Excited to see where we go from here. It's going to be the Hydrogen from Soul. So Lingbane Hydra seems to be on their cards. Probably no +2 melee then. Probably just a +1 missiles to start powering up the Hydras. It's also cheap. It finishes quickly. It helps give you more momentum in the game. In a point in the game where you obviously would like to keep up momentum a lot of the time. Couple Oracles gather. Storm's going to fight. A few of those Lings taking damage. Storm charge +1 all coming through. A couple extra zealots and the cannon come into play as well. Things heading down again, +2 Storm in the charge, all building. Bane speed, +1 missiles, and that Groove Spine's coming up as well. Stalker's going to shoot, a couple of creep teams going down, Queen gathering up. Again, Storm the +2 coming by, that charge is halfway done. Handling Bane, pushing into the center. I mean, Storm's going to be finished, so Solo's going to have to do a lot of Storm dodging if he wants to see success here. Stasis catches, bunch of the Banes get caught already. First Storm. Didn't really, I mean, that Storm actually killed a probe and a Bane. one probe and it hurt a Baneling that already got through. Not ideal, as you are going to see some Banes crashing in here. The Archon shows up ahead of everything else. I actually feel like the moment there, those Hydras could have maybe turned him forward. I feel like maybe you get rid of the Archon, a couple Oracles quickly, but he's afraid also of everything else catching up, so he'd rather preserve those units. And these Banes do get through. 6 workers have gone down. And actually got rid of some of the stack defense as well, which is really nice. You know, any stack defense to get rid of makes that base easier to commit onto a bit further down the line. Archon's High Templar stepping through. Ling Hydra Bane turning the other way. Some of the Banes ready to run through on the left side. Cannons, pylons getting jumped on. The Banes getting into these, on top of these cannons. How's he going to get there? What are we doing with these Hydras? It's a lot of move commanding. This Archon should have died like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't really... it felt like he was chasing the probes, but it would have just been so much better for him if he just right-clicked the Nexus, no? Like, he lost so much damaging time. I think he could have right-clicked the Nexus down with the Hydras, or at least been extremely close to it. But yeah, he spent so long just running forward, maybe just busy elsewhere. There was a lot of other fights going on at the same time. Hydra Bane coming over, just gonna see the Archons, the High Templar coming through, a couple of Banes. We'll try and crash forward, the Hydra's gonna try and step up, a couple of these Archons still taking hits. Gonna see the Ling Bane trying to push through on the left-hand side as getting the base would be really nice. Obviously, we've still got plenty of storms to use, so I'll have to keep dodging these time and time again. We're not gonna get close to getting this Nexus just yet. As LSG chase forward, the Stalkers and the Archons coming across, the couple Queens going to be right there. The Lings, the Hydras are going to continue to fight it. I'm just going to see another Zealot still going down. The Hydras turn and battle once again. A couple of the Adepts will shade away. Again, lots of Lings, the Banes, the Hydras all building up. Just going to see the +2 missile upgrade coming up as well. Storm coming about, Bane's still being chased, Archon's coming through. We do have our +2 missiles coming around, +3 attack upgrade coming up. Ling Hydra's still on the way over. Archon's gonna step up, a couple of those Lings go down. Ling Bane Hydra gathering again, a couple Stalkers gonna get hit. Playing back around towards the center, +2 missiles is about to finish. Again, Ling Bane Hydra producing through. Because Solo's only really got one plan in this game, and that's to build Ling Bane Hydra and just keep sending it. The longer this goes on, typically the worse this feels for the Zerg. Honestly, not a bad start of this fight. He dodged the first storm pretty nicely while getting a few units through to keep doing damage. Now these Archons are melting to the Hydra damage output. Are these Hydras going to have enough in them to kind of stick around? Probably not. A couple of Banes get shot down before they reach the Zealots. That's Solo's army going down. Felt okay to start, but we had to keep going through and through and through and just sending it, and the more we sent it, the worse out it became. GG's. And we are going to go to Game 3. Classic Solo 1-1. Winner plays herO in the semis. Potentially a Clem Max back semi on the other side of the bracket. We'll see how that plays out when we get there, as we get there a bit further down the line. For now, Game 3 coming through in a few moments. And what's up, Bryson501? Thank you for the 7-month resub as well. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the resubs today, guys. Lots of them coming through. Appreciate you guys. As we jump into the lobby for Classic Solo. Game 3 in the quarters. Day. Get this ready to go. Alright, countdown. Coming straight through. Yo, Zergberger, thank you so much for being 14-month YouTube member. Hell yeah, thank you very much indeed. Let's jump into Old Republic. All tied up. Hatchery going around, Overlord, Pylon, Probe going into place. Patching the drones. We'll be building through. Similarly, in the gateway gets set up. The probe coming by. Take a few moments there. Get that settled. Yeah, the next is coming about. And get ready to roll. For a few moments. Let's have ourselves the overload. Continue to make a move for a couple of moments as well. And have the side of core continue to come about so we get that on the go. I was going to see a couple of links coming down the bottom, links be coming over, Queens and the drones coming up. The Adept is about to finish, the warp gate building through. Stargate, Nexus, and the rest continue to build. Let's just have our Queen and that link speed getting settled for a few more moments. So we continue to get that rolling here. The couple of links going to nibble at the rocks on the low ground. End up going to shade over. Just going to be seeing that Oracle and the warp gate coming through. A couple additional probes coming by. It's game 3 kicking off right now. Through this early game. So kind of wondering what the plan is going to be on Solo's side of things to potentially get things going. And this hatch is about halfway done. Oracle and the warp gate still coming up as well. Continue to bring that into place right now. Need to get that all brought in as that link speed continues to come across. Well, the Oracle moves over, and Adept is moving, and we obviously have a few moments of getting settled. The Adept's going to try and get their way straight through. Please come over as well. Oracle's activate, Lings go down. We are going to see the Twilight Council. Next is the probes. Twilight all coming through. The couple of simulators coming up as well. Oracle's will take a few more shots. Just going to see the Queen still nibbling there. Adept's trying to get something, but Solo's defense is pretty solid for the moment, so again, holding out pretty nicely for a moment or two. So you can see charge and +1 still coming up, extra gates on the way over. Queen's gonna fight. Oracle still taking hits. A few drones going down. Oracle still gathering in the center. Temple Archives charging the +1 coming through. Roach drone will land the melee upgrade coming up as well. And just see our Lings, drones, the rest of the company coming about as this Oracle makes its way back over that right side. Little chase, trying to get a wrap around the depths. The Queens is going to be there to push the Oracle away. Queens is going to get there, just going to get a wrap around on the Adepts. Both those getting caught already. You can see those Zerglings coming through. Storm +1 and the Blink coming about. The Spire is going to be the choice from Solo. I kind of like that as a mix-up. Playing melee upgrade again, but this time the Spire for some meters. It's going to be there. Just going to see a couple of zealots walking through. Commuters coming over. The Storm's going down. A couple of Lings taking shots. And the Roaches step across. A couple of these Adepts going to get jumped on pretty quickly. He's able to hunt down the Oracle, which is nice. It's always good to take away that constant vision kind of reaffirmation you get from the Oracle. For Classic, the few meters moving up. Stalkers, Archons, High Templar going to be there. Storms on the meters for a couple of moments. Phoenix is going to be there. A couple of Phoenix going to be there. The Storm coming down. A few Lings, the Roaches and Ravagers taking a bit more damage again. Just going to be seeing the meters. Taking some more shots. Obviously zoned by the Phoenix, but this is now fully into this ground army from Solar trying to break through. It's going to be there. A couple of these meters getting jumped on. Some of that goes down. A couple of probes getting caught. Great Storms onto this Roach Ravager force. That might just be game deciding because now the Storms can chase this Roach Ravager. There's a few Lings in here. The Phoenix is going to come through. Souls just not found the efficiency needed. It looks as though that's probably just going to get it done with this army being chased down already. So you have the Phoenix going to get through for the Overlords and the rest of this army coming forward. Just not able to get enough done. Force the Phoenix to the meters, but the Roach Ravager force just not hitting strongly enough at all. It's going to be rough. Roach Ravager going to fight a couple more Corrosive Vials again towards those Stalkers. They can take a step away. More Ravagers, more of army. Just going to spread Stalkers. Take a few more shots. A couple of Corrosive Vials coming back through again. Just going to be seeing those Vials coming in. I mean, this is it from Solo. If you don't break through now, your army does not scale well super late in the game. We are killing some High Templar, which is nice because it means less Storms available for the future. And the Stalkers stepping forward into this. They actually blink through, so they're going to take a lot of damage. The Phoenix can lift up a couple of Ravagers as well. I mean, this started to become a lot closer than it initially seemed like it was going to be. We blink forward again. There's just no reinforcements from Solo. They're about to arrive, but these Lings need to be here like 5 seconds sooner. If their Lings could have ran in as the Stalkers blinked forward, that would have been incredible. Well, good effort from Solo because it felt like he was already going the wrong way. But we're able to make something more of this and keep this one going for a little bit longer. Stalk is still moving up. Ling Roach Ravager coming over as well. Coming straight across right now, and just going to be seeing a couple more Crows of Baals coming down. Roach's Ravager still going to join up the Stalkers and the rest coming through. Couple more Baals. You can see our Stalkers getting caught. Cannon going down. The Roach Ravager still trying to be here. More Crows of Baals. Stalkers have to step over to the side. The overworld's gathering, just going to be seeing the Stalkers and Zealots, the High Templars coming through, just going to have the Roach Ravager joining up. Queen's on the way over. Let's gather back in the center. A few more Zealots getting warped in. Rope facility coming through. And Stalkers and High Templars gather. Ling Ravager is moving. Storms are great. We're just studying them. And the Classic is going to knock Zola down in the quarters. It's a Classic herO semi-final that will be coming up. I guess we just I would rather do the PvP first, honestly. herO here. Yeah, no, let's do Clem Max Packs first. I'd rather do PvP first, but Clem Max Packs were ready first, so let's go Clem Max Packs, and we'll see if it's just a PvP showdown for the rest of the day after that. Cool. Alright, we are waiting for one more. Alright, Clem Max Packs coming up, guys. Let's send it. Again, sorry for my lack of energy a little bit today. I traveled back last night, and I'm just a bit tired still from a weekend of being away from home, so apologies for the energy not quite there, especially between matches, just a little bit slow to fill the void. Got a fun week though, StarCraft every day. As we have in the top right side, the Red Terran player from Team Liquid, this is Clem. As in the bottom left, Blue Protoss is Max Packs. Alright, so a little bit of TVP in the semifinals. The other matchup will be Classic vs herO after this. Will Clem make it a TVP final? Will MaxPax make it a PvP final? That's going to be our question as we get this started up. Suddenly comes about, just going to see the Nexus and the Cybercore coming through, commencing to marine the SDV coming across, and the Reaper starts to move down to the other side. And we're just going to show up, get toward the bunker, and hang around for a few moments. Now bunker comes through, factory commences into the SCV gathering. It's going to see the reactor continuing through. And there's the hallucination coming back over. It's going to be seeing the Hellion coming about the factory. And I bet the tech lab down as well. And that starport is about to finish. A couple of Marines coming through. SCV's on the way. Drop a Nexus down. The Reaper gets turned around by the Stalker as well. We're still moving about again, blinking the wall gate coming around for a few moments, so we get that settled for a little while. Factory is going to swap off the tech lab, Raven coming through. Just going to be seeing the Raven, the couple of barracks coming about, that blink coming over as well. Mule's dropping down again. Next is the gates, the rover facility coming about, the batteries coming through as well. Raven drops down, another auto turret comes into place. A couple of probes are going to get caught. 2 workers go down already. Those guys are going to shoot. I think going to go down. Reaper going to get caught. Just going to grab both of those against impact combat shield. Marine Marauder medevac all continuing through, and the SCVs and the mines continue up. We're even going to pull back the other way. I was just going to push through. Clem is going to actually catch one of these stalkers in the line of sight blocker. 48 to 20 army supply. Scary moment for MaxPax with no charge, no tech units to really speak of. What? One Immortal popping in a moment is going to help. Stalkers obviously have the Blink micro potential. With a bit of medevac micro of his own as he gets this Raven forward in order to stoke up a little bit. There is that Immortal. One Widowmine tries to step through. Is that going to get burrowed? It is, but we can blink away from it surely. It's a pretty nice Widowmine retarget to just really kind of make it difficult for MaxPax. Gets the Immortal, but I think that might be it for Clem. Might be time to start turning away. Oh, I didn't see the other Widowmine there. I don't think MaxPax did either. He eats that dead in the face. Charge is not done just yet. Clem backs it up a second. I think it's just so tough. When you know charge is going to be here soon, it's so tough to really justify sticking around in that position for too long. I'm just going to come back over. A couple stalks coming back through. Let's see those Zealots going to charge forward. Just going to be seeing this bunker getting caught. A couple Marauders are stimming. Zealots at least defend the bunker cancel. Clem has a lot of his army in the bottom right still. He's going to be hanging around. Is going to get there, Zilla going to get caught. A few Stalkers coming down. Going to see the rest of this Bio army going to gather up. Those Stalkers get turned away already. So it's actually going to come back forward. The Bio army just going to step away. Woodermine going to take some damage. Stalkers going to come through. And this is going to be enough for MaxMax to chase Clem away. Can MaxMax actually keep going? He might be able to just send it. With the Woodermine. Just going to connect. A couple Water Mines going off, hitting those Zealots. The Bio coming back the other way. Colossus going to fire. Colossus still coming down. Let's see the Zealots trying to get through again. Bio still going to fight there. A couple more of these Zealots going down. Get the Colossus. Clem, well, be able to take this into a good fight for himself. That was, I felt as though MaxMax was on a push where I was like, I was like, oh, is he just going to send it and just go? Stalker, Sentry, the Colossus gathering together, plus doing the Colossus coming up as well. Zealot's going to fight. A couple of these SCVs taking damage. Woodermine's going to go off. A couple of Zealots getting grabbed. Woodermine's still moving over. The Stalker's stepping back up through the center. Couple Vikings, Marines, Armor Upgrade coming about. Stalker going to get caught. Colossus in the +2 attack coming about. The Dark Shrine's coming into place. Fire gathers into the center. MaxMax up to 3 Colossus, so a little bit more convincing right now. It's going to be seeing the Woodermine gets burrowed up. Woodermine tries to shoot, Stalker's going to blink away, rest of the Bio pulling back over. +2 attack upgrade is just finished up on the Forge, so it's going to get that completed. Viking, Marine, Marauder, Ghost coming through, the 2-2 upgrades all coming into place. It's going to have that Sense Tower coming up right now as well, so continue to get that going. Command's going to come down to the bottom. And Colossus, Zealots, Stalkers, and the Sentry gathering the Bio on the right side, going to reposition. Just going to take a stim, get toward a few of these Stalkers as well. Positioning back for a few moments. Rest of the Bio coming over. DTs are going to start sliding through. Bio going to push up. Prism shot down. I mean, they wouldn't mind connect onto it, but tell you what, with the Prism gone and the Colossus in a lot of trouble against the Viking Cannon, I mean, right now the Colossus have just walked away, leaving the gateway against the fight. I feel like MaxPax was meant to run away with everything else here, but he didn't. And he is trying to, I mean, harass elsewhere, but I don't think he should be paying too much attention to the unit on the other side. That felt crazy. I mean, like I say, it was definitely a winning fight for Clem. We saw that. We knew that. I'm just surprised that MaxPax, like I say, he pulled the Colossus back away from the Vikings. Good choice. I just can't believe he committed for so long on every other part of it, I guess, is what it came down to. You know, like, if he just backed the rest of the Zard Stalker away a bit sooner, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. That's going well. Yeah, a little bit of a wild one there. 2-2 upgrades. Ship weapons coming up. Marines coming back through. The Stalker's going to get back in the center for a little while. Keep things moving. Fire gathering, Medivacs and the Vikings gathering up. Fire gonna gather, a couple more Zelds gonna get caught, Stalker's getting chased. Vikings gonna shoot after the Colossus, and we are gonna be running. The Colossus going down again. There's a lot more Zelds this time from MaxPax. I don't think there's enough Bio to fight those Zelds. Of course, it's a short retreat back to your own bases, Clem, and your own reinforcements should be nearby. Expecting like a chunk of Bio to show up from somewhere from Clem. I think he's got it just in his natural kind of wall area. Okay, so he just needs to bring that forward. He would have looked pretty okay. Takes a moment. Some of the fresher Medivacs could do with being over here as well, because this Bioforce is beaten up, needs the healing, but the Medivacs that are at the front are low on energy, so they can't heal just yet either, unfortunately. Push through, a little scan coming down. Gathers again, +3 attack is about to be done. Going to jump onto this Nexus. It's going to go down as well. A couple of probes getting caught. A few Zelds around the right side. Disruptors back it up. The Stalk's coming through as well. Just trying to blink up that left side. The other Zelds are going to run in. Obviously nice to have the Zelds running around and getting some damage done. Just going to be seeing the extra Stalkers and Zelds warping through, Disruptors on the way, so we're in that kind of phase at the moment of just basically trying to stabilize as MaxPax. If you can stabilize across the board here, this would be great. We see the Bio and the Vikings trying to get through again. Medivac's going to pull back. Marine Marauder pulling away. The 3-3 also coming along with that. Zel's going to run into that mineral line. Again, just looking for some additional damage where possible. Next back pushing in the front, Disruptor shot forces away. Just going to see a couple hits coming through, a couple of Ghosts taking damage. Oh, hits a few Marines as well. And Bio is going to get through a couple of those Disruptors, begin to go down. Now we spread. The Vikings are overhead as well. Clem spreading into a good concave to handle this. Once again towards his own 5 bases. Like, resetting the Colossus count back down is just really good if you can do it. He's going to deny one of these Disruptors, eats the other. Yeah, the Colossus count getting to 0 is massive, because like I say, then you're really just on this kind of hit and move army of, you know, Stalker, Disruptor, Zealot, basically. Without the consistency of splash damage output from Colossus, it becomes a lot more difficult. Clem is not going to be able to break through here, but I do love that, once again, he's gotten rid of the Colossus this time. Zel's still chasing forward. Bio and the Ghost pulling back. Army gathering again. A few more Zealots. The Colossus +3 armor upgrade coming through. +2 ship weapons coming up from Clem. The Ghost and the Vikings getting going as well. Bio pulling back a little, a couple of zealots getting shot at. The Bio coming back forward again. We split once more. Another disruptor shot. Just gonna clip a Marauder for a moment or two. Another disruptor gets denied immediately. Zealots still getting caught. Uh-oh, I was gonna say those disruptors are staying very close to the zealots. They finally made some distance in the end. Extra libs are going to be producing through. Clem getting those numbers back up, still holding the 5 bases. And Axax starting to take both corner bases. It's going to be something that Clem needs to focus on in the next few minutes here. Denying 1 or 2 of those will become a priority at some stage. These disruptors threatening the ghost. A couple of them going down. SCV's getting caught in disruptor fire as well. Maxpack's just shooting from afar and backing away, not letting his army come under too much trouble. Disruptors trying to hit, a couple of those ghosts going down. Another couple of disruptors coming through again. Marine Marauder still getting hit. Other liberators are still sieging. Fire pushing forward. A couple of these zealots are dropping. You can see the stalks coming through. Disruptor shot landing onto the ghosts. More and more disruptor shots still trying to come through, but Clem is winning this fight, and if these disruptors can't stop Clem's advance, then this could be very scary for Maxpack, who disruptors towards his own units. In a moment of panic, this disruptor in the front, very close to going down, is denied. The other one goes off, doesn't land on enough though. However, here the massive zealots still pushing through. Clem is desperate to get after those disruptors. He'll deny another one. The zealots now going down. Maxpack cannot stabilize, and it's going to be GG's. Clem takes the 1-0 lead in this best of 3. Ooh. Wow. Cool game. Very, very fun game. As usually it is with Maxpack and Clem. Very, very fun stuff as we get ready for the next one. In a couple of moments, guys. Alright, join the lobby. Game 2 coming up in a couple moments. Jailer Jeff, ready's called. Again, ready to go, go, go. Jumping game goes. Game 2 starts in the bottom right here on Winter Madness. The Red Terran is going to be up a game. Team Liquid's Clem. Top left, Blue Protoss is on the Maxpack. Getting underway and getting this started. Let's see what's going to happen. Game number 2 of the series, guys. Again, thanks for joining us today for some chilled out WARDITV Mondays. Okay, Rex coming through. couple of SCVs will nibble at the probe. Put some damage out. Some work in here early. End up coming about, Wolfgate coming over. Factor about to finish on the barracks. You see on the low ground, factory coming up. Just gonna see the refinery coming through. The adepts and the warp gate still settling into place. Take a few moments to see where else things are gonna go. Few Marines gonna get in. Zealot's gonna take some damage. SCV pulls away. Marines is going to grab. Again, the Adept going to get caught for a couple moments. Still pushing those Marines up. Getting that Adept. Going to grab that already. Factory coming up on the with the tech lab. Starport coming in. Orbital command is going to be finishing. Marines and the SCV coming through. And the Adept is coming over. Marines going to pull back toward the Nastros. The SCVs come across Starport. It's going to get put in position for the next few moments as well. Again, Blink coming through. Warp gate on the way. Robo facility gateway. And our Raven building for these next few moments as well. Still get through. Hits the SCV a little bit. The few Marines run away from the Adept. More Marines still building through for a couple moments, and we just take this early 4 minutes or so. We have a lot of Marines. I mean, this tank Marine Raven push has a little bit of potential. Be interesting to see what we do with this right now. Marines gather together. I'm just going to see that Adept putting some damage out. The Marine's going to pull back over. Adept goes down again. Fax moves to the tech lab. Starport gets in position as well. Again, we just reposition for a few moments here. The SCV finishing up on the orbital for a couple moments. Take a few moments' time. Stalkers get there. Raven gets pushed over to that right side. So again, just going to get pushed out of here for a couple of moments. Getting chased away. I'm going to sit there. Again, Marines, the tank coming through. Stalker's going to be getting in position. Just going to be seeing the Prism is again nearby and figuring out what we can do. Storm and the Charge both coming up. Nexus probes and a couple of batteries coming online as well. A couple of bunkers are set with some Marines inside also. Clem holds tight. The Raven is going to come around the back. It's going to drop a couple of auto turrets, so we're going to go after some probes. One probe goes down quickly. Not maybe the best position auto turrets, but didn't want the Raven to have to go too deep, I suppose. Already took some damage on the way out here. Nexus just finishes on that third base. Again, the Storm still coming up. Conquest of Shells, Combat Shield, and the +1 attack upgrade still building through. Stalker's getting chased. A few Marines step forward. Turret's still fine. Again, charge coming about to finish. Combat shield coming over as well. Big bio push to the top. Couple tanks going to get loaded. Bio force going to be here. So we've seen Clem going to push into this position where he can start to engage in toward the natural. Being a little awkward. It'll be fun to see how he really progresses this. Bunch more Zealots warping in. Just going to see the Zealots going to start getting into that mineral line. The bit of bio going to come over, jump into those Zealots as well. SCV's going down, but of course Clem is in position to get some work damage on himself. His Prism's not done yet. The Widow Mine is going to be good to clean it out though, so that's going to be the end of it. Clem pushing forward here, eats a couple storms, but can back away to the tanks, and that's just, you know, bio units kind of baiting storms out so far. Pulling back, he's going to see the tank sieging again. High Templars. Hit the High Templar there with the tanks a little bit, hits the ones on the right side, gets 2 out of 3. Give me a nice grab. Fire pulling back, couple tanks going to be joined. You can see the store getting caught. Auto turret going down as well. Medevac's going to drop the tanks over to the side. Just going to see the bio going to fight here. Zealots are just going to be taking some damage. Bio into the main. Going to push through and once again look for some damage. I mean, Zealots... The problem is you get too close, the tanks get into place. Nice storm, at least from MaxPax, helps push this back. Clem starting to stabilize his third base on the bottom right side as well, which would be huge for him. Tanks pull back over again. The Ghost Academy coming up. Couple deep was the Marine. The armor upgrade coming through as well. Big bio push up through the center. Clem having regathered. He has a good amount of army supply still, but of course storms can do a lot to dismantle that. I'm very careful about this. I mean, I like that he's killed so many High Templar. There's only 3 in the game at the moment, which is not a lot of storm overall. So let's charge through. SCV takes some more damage. 4 workers having fallen. Now a few more SCVs going down. So let's get turned around the other direction. Be there, just going to see the Zealots continue to push through, Bio continue to pull back. Just going to go and gather again. A couple of ghosts coming through, Marines, the Medevacs joining through. Tanks sieging again. If we target down the High Temple on their right side before they do much, I mean, the tanks do not have much of a role in this game anymore. They're great for zoning early, but the longer we go, unless you're really that bothered about it, Nexus, is that just going to go down? Oh, we let it live. Clem didn't quite finish it off, backing away from those Zealots. I mean, that's a major save for a moment or two from MaxPax. Clem's running into the natural, by the way, with a ton of bio. If we don't have units against this, oh, he's going to have to recall. I was going to say, because he can get the pylon kind of quickly. So he dropped the recall instead. That maybe opens the door back around on the left-hand side, though. Nexus was so low. If that went down, MaxPax's economy is in trouble. I think Clem's still in a very comfortable place. Catches an Immortal here for free as well. If the units on the right side just regrouping the drop and everything else. Now he's running on the left side, Clem, just as MaxPax moved out, so the base will fall. So there is the completion of that. Turns around, gets the High Templar, drops a Storm. And that Clem is mostly able to avoid. It's actually doing a lot of damage to the Zealots as MaxSpecs struggles along here. Williams pop out from the Medivacs bio, looking to wrap around on two different sides. Just going to charge forward. Here we go, the bio unloading. Boss is going to get jumped on. Bio still stepping back and have the Archons taking a bit more damage. The Zealot's coming through as well. Bio continuing to step away right now. The Stalkers are still going to be here. Medivac's pulling back. This rest of this bio army, what are we going to try and do? I was going to say, are we going to like join it together, or are we going to push up the left side? MaxSpecs just says GG before Clem really needs to do much of anything. As Clem playing great TVP gets himself a 2-0 over MaxSpecs. And that means we will have a Terran versus Protoss final, as Clem's really brought it back in the last few Monday Cups. Considering this year it took him months to win one, he's won 2 of the last 3. 3 of the last 8. I'm really bringing it back? Well, we'll see if he can win today. We go back to Korea now for Classic and herO, and then the winner plays Clem in the finals. Alrighty guys, we'll run some ads, make some money for the stream, and get ready to resume. Beautiful. Trying to log on to Korea was a challenge. Alrighty guys, we can go. As soon as Classic and herO are good. Surprised they don't have a lobby up already, to be honest, but all wonderful. Alright, just waiting for herO and Classic to start us off. Do. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Like I say, we've got a busy week. We've got a bunch of Spring Championship games tomorrow, Spring Championship playoffs Thursday through Friday, Kung Fu Cup on Wednesday. Then next week we've got the Monday Cup, into probably some replay catch-up of Maestros of the game. I think I'm finally going to get to catch up on the Maestros replays a couple of days next week, which will be nice. And then the Doyu Cup just got announced as well. I'm working on the Doyu Cup situation and what we're going to do with that, basically. So figuring that out hopefully ASAP. Did they announce a time for it properly? Oh, it's starts at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is a bit rough. On the 25th. I'm not here on the 25th, am I? I am here on the 25th. Oh. Yeah, we're probably going to do a bunch of early streams for that, to be honest. I don't see why I can't start at 7. It's not ideal, but... Because it starts at 7, but the second group's at like 10:30, so I think we'll probably do it. Oh, that starts at 6. Why would it start at 6? Bruh. Yeah, so we'll probably try and cast that over next week. It just seems too much fun not to. Oh, that's going to be a brutal few days. But we'll make it work, especially that Saturday. It's going to be brutal. Oof. Oof. Alright, all good. All good. We are in the lobby, guys. Just waiting for herO to join us, and we'll be into this PvP. Clem waits in the finals. Excuse my yawning, guys, sorry. Alright, we are sending it. Alright, let's send it. Let's go in game. In the top right hand side, it's going to be the blue Protoss player. It is Classic. Taking on, in the bottom left, the red Protoss player, herO. Alright, so Classic and herO, we get set up, we get this underway as we zoom in, see a little bit what's going on. Corona boost and annexes to get us on the way. Seeing what's going to be happening. Top probes going across again, gates in the assimilator coming through. Probe coming about. I'm just going to see the next coming down. So we are going to see herO going to be the expander here while Classic gets a second gate on the go. Classic likes expanding quickly as well, so as we will see. That's going to be seeing the Chrono Boost and the Stalkers. Probe going about, just going to be seeing the next coming through. Stargate, a couple of depths in the warp gate continue to come by. Now we're going to have the Stargate, then we'll give Classic a chance to be aggro. He's going to have to deal with a pylon now blocking his own expansion, so hero's going to have a massively advantageous scenario here. Well, depths will shade, and we are going to be seeing the Oracle. The Wolf Gate continue coming through for a little bit. Well, the depths is going to continue by. And having the Wolf Gate coming about. The Stargate building from here as well. Interested to see what he does with his Stargaters in the end. Classic built an Oracle, and now he's just going to go Twilight. Are we going to be able to just an Oracle here as herO? The Depth's going to threaten. There's no Stalkers. I mean, we could shade. The Depths don't die super quickly. You can see the probes pulling is a testament to that. And this is a shot there where we hit Stalkers instead of maybe more of the Adepts. 2 Adepts down. Turn around and make it 4 workers killed. It really could have been a lot worse. As the Oracle is now looking to fly in the main, maybe look to finish off some of the low HP probes. The Stalkers are already moving back, so Classic going to find himself up to 7 workers killed. Oracle will stay very healthy as well. It's a big positive for sure. Next is about to complete a couple of batteries coming back through. The Oracle engages back in, and a couple of these probes trying to take some damage, but will recoil away. The Stalker's just going to be popping through and just going to be jumping onto the pylon for the next few moments. Jumping onto that pylon, a couple of batteries, and the Stalker continue about. Stalkers will come back over toward the 3rd base. Other Stalkers joining, getting set to go. Battery healing onto the Oracle here for a moment. We poke back and forth. I don't think herO has enough to really be truly a good part of this fight. A lot of his Stalkers now are super low, and he's going to get chased away. The Phoenix will take a few shots. The probe dies at the end, and Classic definitely defending for a lead here early. Another Stalker's going to shoot. Other Stalker doing some damage. The Oracle and the probes coming around. Adepts and the Blink coming about as well. Well, Adepts will shoot a few more hits coming around. And it's going to be having the 2 workers dropping. Robo Facility, couple of probes continue to come about. The Oracle and that Blink continue to come through. Pylons, the Robo Facility coming up as well. Stalkers in the center pulling back a few moments. Oracle will activate for a couple more probes, so a few more of them going down already. Again, Oracle about to finish up. That Blink is coming by. A couple of Adepts going to shade back down to the bottom left here at the moment. And a little Chrono Boost on the Robo Facility as well. And just having a few more moments to set this up. Blink continue to come by for now. Adepts will shoot. A couple of those workers continue to go down. Stalk's going to get there. Probes continue to come about. It's going to get put in position. Let's see, the Moles and the Stalker still gathering again. Charge going through. Hallucination goes down. Cloud's going to push. He's down 8 army supply. How well can he do here? You can see a couple of probes going down here as harassment coming through, getting some damage done. You can see the Stalkers will gather a few probes, move over. Resonating Glaives coming about. Dark Shrine is producing. This Phoenix going to hit the Oracle. And again, next in the Temple Archives, Gates as well, all continue to produce through. That charge will finish very shortly. This Oracle's going to get a few more probes again, which is nice. Classic, just extending that work lead. He's down on army supply, but hero's not making a move across the map just yet. That's going to really do much about that. He is going to be on Glaives and Adepts soon, which is obviously going to be powerful, but at least Classic's already getting Archon, so he's going to have a decent chance into the Adepts. The splash damage against the Adepts is typically one of the big ways in which you can put yourself in a better position here. Adepts Immortals, the Sentry moving up toward the center for a little bit. Adepts going to continue to shade around, just trying to see what else is going on for a few moments. The couple of Adepts continue to come through. The Immortal going to be right there. The hero's going to go pushing 14 army supply ahead, about 20 now actually after warping from both players. Only the 2 Archons from Classic. Is that enough? I would like to see a couple more against the Adepts. So we try and blink forward for the, I was going to say the Prism, but we don't get close to it. Prism stays very cozy and safe for the moment. Stalkers doing what they can. The couple of Archons, there's about to be 1 Archon because the first one's already gone down. Classic's army supply is not exactly getting any better. The Prism warping goes off. The 3 Immortals in the back, 4 Mortals in the back are going to be just huge against the Stalkers. Hero is confidently marching forward for this opening game victory in today's semis. Stepping straight through, Adepts and the Immortals keep crashing in. GG says Classic, and herO will be taking an opening game of the matchup. So herO gets 1-0 lead. Game 2 in a few moments. Winter Madness for map 2. Invalid map. I don't know what this bug is. It tells us invalid map sometimes, and then you just click it again and it works. Fun. Cool. Winter Madness herO 1-0. Game 2 coming up right now. Alright, let's send it. Let's get into Winter Madness. As we have got ourselves in the top left-hand corner, the blue Protoss player. This is a Classic. Up against the red Protoss. Up a game in the bottom right-hand side, herO. As we get game number 2 of this best of 3 underway. Alright, we step over and get moving. See what we can do. Cybercore. Again, second gate from herO this time. This time Classic may be looking for the 1 gate expand. Cybercore's coming up, Zeld on the way, just gonna be some of the probe getting nibbled at. Sentry probe coming through. A couple of depths probe and the Wolf Gate coming up as well. The other probes in on the natural. Taking a few moments. Yeah, Classic's turn to have the faster expand now. Will herO let that go off, or will he do something a bit aggressive about this? What is his plan? Nope. Nothing on the map really to kind of get us started though, so no initial kind of proxy or forward pylon. He's going to go Stargate of his own, so we're kind of just doing the same as what we had last game, but with reversed roles, which is very interesting. Hallucination moving through. Sentry is going to nibble up the Adept. Sentry's going to be there. The Adept stepping forward. Sentry already taking some damage. Pep gets in, I'm gonna run around. There's a battery that should help to protect us here for the most part. And then Twilight Gun's coming about, that blink coming over. And it's gonna be having the gate continue to come through as well. Oracle still down the bottom. Blink, gateway, continue to come about. Punch getting through for a few workers, but both sides get damage done. However, Classic loses his Oracle, which is going to be a major disadvantage moving forward. You know, being down in Oracle versus still having it is just one guy that's able to keep on harassing you and the other guy is not. Double stasis down, a couple of probes. Gonna get caught. Just a couple getting caught. The Stalks coming over. And that blink coming through. Just gonna get rid of a stasis now. The Oracle goes down as well. You can see the Stalker's still pulling back again. Blink, couple probes gathering back around. Stalker's going to still stay active there, picking up the Adept for a few moments. Stalker's trying to get through. One more Stalker taking some shots. Stalker's come back the other way. Taking a couple seconds right now. Got a little catch on a couple of those depths again, getting through. So he's going to keep on chasing this. It's going to be Classic actually pushing herO back and get the pylon. herO's on his way to a Dark Shrine, I was about to say. That would be interesting because obviously Classic lost his Oracle, so has no detection in the game. But he did just drop a Robo Facility down. With the forward pylon gone, I don't imagine the DTs arrive too far before an Observer. Gonna see another DT or two warping in. The next is coming about. A couple probes coming over as well. Stalkers step forward. A couple of these stalkers getting caught already. Stalkers come up. A few shots gonna go back and forth. A bit more damage being done right now. Just gonna see another gate getting put into place. And the DT comes back around. It's going to be seeing the Observer coming through, having ourselves the extra gates in the forge continue to come over as well. Taking a couple more moments at this point. Just going to see the Stalkers still stepping up as well here. For a few moments and the force field coming down. Observer, Stalkers charge continue to be put into place for the moment. Stalker still heading back over that left-hand side. Just going to reposition for a few seconds. Units gather up again. Immortal halfway through. Charge coming into place. That's an attack still coming through. Got that charge coming up as well. Still, we'll go after the couple of depths on the right. We're going to get one. We're going to get two. It's going to be a nice catch. It's going to be really neat. Focus is going to be coming back over, sentry gathering up as well. Couple probes going down. It's going to see the Stalker still coming about. Stalker's going to get here. Pound the next is going to be in some trouble. Just going to shoot. A couple of Zelds are going to come over. Going to get force field coming down. A few of those probes in trouble. Stalker's going to get shots off on the Nexus. We are going to see the other probes going back the other way. Anyway, just base trade and full on Classic and a big army supply lead here to start off. Probes and Sentry pulling back along. Again, just going to see the +2 attack coming about. Stalks the Immortal Gathering. Prism setting up as well. Stalker's going to get over. Actually going to chase. A couple of those Stalkers being caught already, so a bit more damage being done. More extra being found. We are going to see those Stalkers still hitting. Probes pulling into this fight. Army supply of Classic is going down, so maybe herO actually has a chance here. The more of these units he gets rid of, the better. Do we still have any Dark Templar in the race? Dark Shrine up, DT available. So if we shoot down the Observers, which we've just done, okay, there's still 1 obs left. 8 Stalkers slow building from Classic, but they are going to get here into the game. So, and I tell you what, Classic is on his way to the +2 attack upgrade, which if that finishes, actually could be kind of useful as well. So, yeah, that could be very interesting. Let's see the DT, knocks down that Nexus. These Stalkers just going to jump across. A couple of these Stalkers getting hit already. And we are going to be seeing again. +2 attack. Nexus on the way. Coming in for the next few moments. So bring that all up. You see the Couple of units coming about, just going to dive on this, going to get rid of the Robo. Oh, DTs are going to be massive here. Where is that Observer at? Oh, it's gone, so now there's just no detection against the DTs. Probably just does it then overall, unless we see something of a miracle. We're trying to build a cannon. That's Classic, just trying to stabilize on his base, but if that cannon goes down, then the DTs really are just unanswerable. Here we're trying to micro in the middle of the map here still, and Classic is now going to try and build an Oracle. DT sees the cannon, should just right-click it, because that's the only detection that's going to stop this DT anytime in the near future. But if the cannon finishes, the battery would heal it. He cancels it, doesn't think it was going to be enough. Now the Oracle on the way. It's given herO a lot of time, though, and herO is up on the work account as well, so it's also going to be a nice addition right now. It's going to be continue to move through, take a couple of moments. Observer coming back to that right side, the few stalkers gathering up. Archon, Probies coming in, Sentry being added on. A couple of those workers still coming into place, just for a few moments. One stalker's going to shot. No, nice blink forward. One stalker's going to get caught in that immediately. The Archons, the Sentry still stepping through. Seeing the stalkers coming back over. We are going to see herO, I think, just having enough. 33, 31 to 11 workers. GG's is Classic. And herO is just going to take it right then and there. It's going to be a catch, and that is going to be Classic tapping out. herO going to make it to the finals against Clem. All right, herO Clem coming up then, guys. What's up, Siru? Thank you for the 44-month resub. What would Mondays be without Wardy? Just Mondays? I know, crazy. That was a wild game as herO brings it back. I felt like he was in a lot of trouble. I felt like this was going the other way. Mayhem, 90 months, tier 3, 90 months already feels like yesterday. 90 months of subbing, 91 WARDITV Mondays. It's almost like it's all synced up. Crazy business. All right, guys, we're going to take a couple moments. I'm just going to be a second while this final sets up on the NA server. We'll be right back with you. Clem, herO, best of 5 up next. Welcome back, everybody. TVP best of 5 Clem herO. They viewed very fast. And we are already set to go. Alrighty, guys. So let's get into this. Going to be heading into Mothership here. In a moment or two. Get this ready to kick off. Countdown. And let's send it into the top left-hand corner of the map. Our red Terran player repping Team Liquid. And the Terran race in this best of 5. It is going to be Team Liquid's Clem. Alright, so final into the middle of the map. Here we're going to start aggressively on Mothership. He likes to do this, a little bit of the gambly aspect of which direction you go, but just in general, it's hard to scout this unless you just scout the middle. And it's one of those scenarios where it's just typically good, right? Because you're going to basically come across the map, you're going to be able to apply pressure, and like I say, Clem is not necessarily going to know what's up. You don't presume aggression, and Clem's going to go command center first. We just die, right? 2 gates proxied versus command center first should just be the GG. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be having that one be a thing. Well, a couple of shots coming through. I'm just going to see the Cybercore and the probe coming over. Yeah, I'm just going to have ourselves the results going by. Just going to be having the CC, the racks coming through, a couple of Zelds of Cybercore coming up, the probe coming in for a few moments. I just don't think there's any way we defend this. 3 Zealots walk up to the high ground. This deep on the left side will never finish. Well, actually, the deep on the left side will never finish because it never starts, but actually the reactor will never finish. So the access is made. I don't think we want to be right-clicking the engineering bay. As the Zealots could have probably walked into the base and got a better position. Maybe they want to stay near the Sim City. Oh, herO is making this ugly. What is this move commanding? I don't think it's going to necessarily matter because it's just that good of a situation, but that was probably one of the uglier fights you will see herO ever, just straight up ever take in general, actually, I think, because herO does, you know, sometimes take ugly fights, but that was a bit ugly. I mean, the unit production needed here to really overwhelm these units is going to be tough to find. You have 2 Marines, one of them is one-hittable. We've got a Hellion pop now, that's nice, and repairable, which is maybe the most important thing. Being able to repair the Hellions are pretty big factors. We shade in. I feel like shots on the Hellion are hard to come by because the Hellion can kite the Adepts a little bit. So shots on the Hellion feel pretty good. Clem going to try and micro that back. I was going to say the Adept there shooting it might have been good, actually, because I think the SCV repair wasn't enough in time for the Adept shot, but we'll never know. As herO just sits here and continues to bully. I mean, he is now losing units. A second Hellion out. And there's this major fear of, like, what if a counterattack shows up, right? What if these Hellions get across the map? Then you have nothing to really deal with them. All of your units are building from the middle of the map. You would have to recall home. That loses you all your momentum. Then Clem CC first actually comes into play. That fight on the ramp was just so ugly. The Stalker got surrounded for no reason. The Zealots were derping instead of shooting a whole bunch. It just became so much nastier than it ever needed to be in all reality. So, interesting. Depth's gonna shoot, a couple Marines going down, a couple more Marines falling. Clearing those up, Cyclone locking onto the Adepts as well. A few more SCVs are gonna pull in. Adepts together against Cyclone Marine Starport coming through. Dark Shrine coming up as well. Cyclone's locked on. The Adept's going to get here. A few SCVs are going down already. Dark Shrine now on the way from herO. I mean, just a way to keep up the aggression. He's 15 workers ahead. Dealing with DTs is something you want to preemptively deal with, and that's not something Clem can really do. Having to deal with DTs on the fly means scans and keeping units back, and even that's just going to be a win for herO. You're going to eat into the already drained economy of Clem. And this opening game of this finals of days looking very good for our Protoss to start off with. I mean, Cyclones continue about. Stalker's just going to keep pushing through there. A couple more units coming around as well. Just going to see the Marines continue to get eaten up. Zealot is going to get caught. I mean, the two Stalkers will push forward. No blink or anything. As they're going to maybe find the Raven. I mean, hero's going to essentially throw these units away. Hey, the Raven actually means we can deal with the DTs very well. So that means the DT investment may not be good for herO. So the Raven's very nice. The Cyclones try and clean up these Stalkers, loses one of them, which is unfortunate. Every unit matters a lot for Clem. Not so much for herO, otherwise he might have been a bit more careful with some of them at some point. Max is going to come over, going to drop a tech lab down. Impact combat shield coming through. Just going to be having Clem has stabilized in this game. Like I say, some messy fights for herO. I really felt the DTs were a great call, but Clem going for a Raven really just answered that as well. Again, I guess that's part of his idea of, again, stabilization being a big word today. But get the Raven, make sure nothing from herO really kills you, and just give yourself a chance to keep playing through. herO's now getting up to 3 bases, but I kind of like Clem's army at this stage. But talking about stimming combat shields against Charge, No Blink, and Shadow Stride. So, yeah, interesting. Tank the Marines gather. A couple SCVs to the low ground. Stalker's going to come through. This auto turret already can take some damage. It's going to get taken out. Like I say, some combat shield going to be done. Medevac's out. I imagine Clem's going to at least try to move forward a little bit here. Well, ZT's is going to come through. SCV's going down. He's going to see the DT still swinging. Bunch of those work are still dropping. Concussive shells plus 1 attack coming through. The Dark Templar now swinging its way through the reactor on the factory. Raven pulling back toward the upper left-hand side. Just going to get into the scan. Marines, Cyclone, Widowmines gathering up. Zealot and the +1 coming through. The Robo Facility coming up as well. Marines on this other side of the map are just killing probes as well. So it's actually not even going to be Clem. He has to get aggressive on the front.
Widowmines do a great job initially as well into these Zealots. Good force field on the ramp, though, is going to make it difficult for Clem to come down and protect his SCVs. They're going to have to pull toward the refinery. Clem does get down here now, has some ghosts available too. Only 2 SCVs lost so far. Do we have anything else here from herO? He's warping in Stalkers on the other side. They're just dying to the Marines. Remember, they still don't have Blink. herO's dead. What a ridiculous game from Clem. I mean, again, I think some of this fault lies on herO, as this recall is not going to be that powerful, by the way, and Clem's not afraid of it because he knew what it was, so he kills everything that gets recalled. Waste of energy. It was going to die wherever it came from. I think the fault's on herO. I mean, the opening build should have just been so clean for him, and he just walked into SCVs. Just so silly. Stalkers get the medevac as it lifts up, but I just can't get over you proxy double gate against Command Center first, and just the fact that the straight SCV, like a straight SCV pull should never do well there, because the Zealot should always be kiting backwards. The Stalker should never get surrounded, and we lost so much damage time as well. And then obviously the DTs denied by the Raven, that went very well for you. And then you're just the big issue is that your army is just badly teched as herO. You don't have an overwhelming amount of Zealots because you're not playing a big economy because of the way the game opened. So it's not like your charge is as good as it usually would be. Like when you have charge and 11 gates and an endless economy, Zealots feel super oppressive. In this case, you haven't had that situation, so the Zealots do not feel anywhere near as good. Nice dodge with the Meta Prism against the Widowmine. Twice? Yeah, very nice. Oh, eats the splash on the Prism this time, though. But, like, you know, in this case, like I say, the Zealots just aren't as good because you don't have the economy or the production to really make the use of them, and then you have no Blink. Like, now warping in 8 Zealots at time feels good, but again, there's no backup to these Zealots. It's only Zealots, and if Clem plays knowing that, it can make your life very difficult as well. Two of the gateways in the middle of the map would be nice for Clem to deny just for the sake of saying, okay, 2 less structures for you to utilize, 2 less warping points for you to use as well. New Zealots going to Bat Prison coming around. Zealots going to charge through. Just going to get another SEV. Prism pulling back up around the top. Bio going to come over. A couple of Zealots getting chased. Widowmines going off onto some of these Zealots as well. Good connections. Bioforce coming through. A couple of those Zealots getting turned away already. The other Zealots coming back around at the moment here. And again, Marine, Marauder, Medevac, Viking. All coming up. That armor upgrade coming into place. The SCVs, a couple of mines continue to come through. Zealot's just going to charge forward once again. Zealot Stalk coming through, the Sentry coming by, the SCVs are going to pull into place. It's just not enough. herO's army sucks. It is the TLDR of it all. Clem takes game number 1. Yeah, fascinating affair. GG. Wow. Clem's on fire today. Playing well, for sure. Let's see what game 2 gives us, though. I think herO is just put into an odd spot, and then obviously from there it's very weird, but like... It was a weird game because it felt like you did a lot as herO, but it was CC first, and you didn't like full-on kill Clem. And your follow-up investment is DTs, then you also invest into Shadow Stride. That also does nothing for you realistically here. Crazy. RVS Soldier, thank you so much for the 9-month resub on the Prime. Much appreciated. I also had Blacksmith Kamui, my man, coming in with the 19-month resub on the Prime as well. Appreciate it, guys. If you got those Primes available, use them on the channel. Let's get that sub count back up and running. Let's keep it rolling. We've got a lot of StarCraft 2 coming up the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you drop by and hang out for all of it. And we appreciate you guys. So, yeah, check that out as we will get into our next match here on Winter Madness Game 2. We also have the Patreon page as well, patreon.com/WARDITV. It helps tournaments like this WARDITV Monday happen, so do check that out. Like I said, Patreon's one of the best things you can do to support our content and StarCraft 2 events, so, like I say, check that one out. Clem in the bottom right is up again. Best of 5 final here. Taking on the top left, pink Protoss herO. Couldn't herO just macro instead of going DT? Yeah, I mean, obviously you can macro. You don't have to go DT. It's still interesting, though, because your macro is still slow. And what he's probably afraid of is that he did just commit into a Terran. And yeah, he took a work lead, but his tech is still non-existent. And so the difficulty is if you have a lacking amount of tech as the Protoss, like, and when I say tech, I mean, if you don't have, like, blink and charge and so, like, defending through base can become really rough if the Terran is on track to hit bio upgrades pretty quickly. Or even just against if Clem makes like a marine tank push. In that scenario, not having your early Twilight upgrades, both of them coming through also, can be kind of difficult. I think with charge it's not as much of an issue, but then he also didn't have the gates because he was also being aggressive early and gave up a lot of units. So I think A, he wants to be aggressive because that's just herO, but B, I think it isn't just as simple as like, oh, I'm just going to macro up, because your macro is a bit limited by the fact you kind of botched the attack. Like, don't get me wrong, he did damage, but he should have done so much more damage. And like, building 2 gates in the middle of the map is a big issue. And the moment you decide to macro, you essentially give up on those 2 gateways if Clem decides to move out on the map, right? So that's -2 of your production structures early in the game, which is why it feels better being the aggressive player. And I do think if Clem did not make the Raven, right? If Clem just avoids the Raven and goes into any other kind of setup initially, then this position is so good for you then as the Protoss player, because having to spend scans and being kept at home by those DTs really gives you the game to play with as herO as well, right? So I mean, you could argue the Raven is something that's going to come up a lot of the time, but I also think this is one of the scenarios where Clem maybe took a bunch of damage and herO says, ha, right, perfect. Like, are you going to invest in a Raven now instead of trying to do something a little bit more kind of like that progresses you in the position like right here and now? Like, the Raven's more of a longer term investment, right? Whereas you would imagine maybe more so that Clem's like, I need to do like a bit of a major push, and so like a medevac might be a priority or so, right? Like, it's about thinking about what the likelihood of the Raven is in this circumstance. Now, if Clem thinks he's in trouble and that if Clem thinks the only things he dies to is DTs or something, then yes, the Raven is always a good call. But the reality is, I think, is that herO looks at this and says, well, I should be ahead, and so is it realistically possible for him to make a Raven? Because if I'm ahead and I straight up attack him, is the Raven going to help him that much? Is one order turret going to make a difference? Whereas like a medevac or so actually can really make a difference, right? So there's a lot of questions that the players are asking themselves in the moment of the game. And like I say, some of it's just herO's nature to be kind of more aggressive as well. But I do think there's something to be said that, like, yes, Ravens are popular, but that doesn't stop DTs from being a choice in TVP, you know, all of the time, right? And like I say, I think the Raven might have been less popular here than it might usually be because of the situation of the game as well. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a discussion point, and obviously in this case, it did not work out for herO at all. So yeah, maybe macro in hindsight would have been better. But I think some of it does, again, come down to, like, if you go macro, you give up 2 gateways, and 2 gateways is so vital to your entire production at that point in time. And herO's maybe not loving that aspect, especially because you gave up all of your units early. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's an interesting position to play from, so Medevac moving through, Banshee tank, Marines coming up, Blink on the way. Just going to see the gateway and the robo facility continue to come about. Hellion's going to gather here, just going to step forward, go after the Stalker. Just going to be seeing a couple of probes coming about, 3 workers, 4 workers, 5. So actually get some good damage here from these Hellions. It's quite nice. Yeah. I think, yeah, one final point as well is, again, I may have already said this, but just to reiterate, is also, if you macro and you have to defend, but you gave up a lot of your early units, that's also hard to do, right? So just being like, and again, you're saying, well, why not do something like more macro instead of a shadow, you know, Dark Shrine? But that also takes a long time to come online, right? So being aggressive works well with then, combining it with the DTs. So you're more naturally able to kind of get up to DTs, and it kind of makes sense with kind of how you're playing.
I think there's a lot of complexities in the thought process there. Probably more than anything else.
Gonna be seeing the Marine coming about. Gonna see the tank coming through. Gonna be seeing the Stalkers coming about. Probes going down as the Banshee arrived. 3 workers going down initially. Impact combat shield all coming up. Marines and Raven gather. Tank coming around as well. Dogs coming about. Marines going to be here at the Raven, providing the detection on the Observer. Observer goes down. A couple Stalkers blink in. Fire coming about. A couple of these Stalkers just getting pushed back. The Raven coming back through. It's coming about again. Charge +1 coming into play. We're just going to be seeing a few units unloaded in that corner. Rest of the bio coming about. Just going to step through with these couple of units. Going to go after the pylon, maybe? I see the Storks going back around again. Seeing the bio gathering up. The order turret comes down. Clem not going to be able to get across the map yet. Losing a few SCVs of his own. He's up 26 workers. So he really needs to just, well, stim into the blinking in forward Stalkers is always going to be a good idea for you. Kills multiple here. The sentry's going to trail at the end. We warp in Stalkers back at home. herO only has 42 workers. Like Clem doesn't, 42 army supplies. So Clem absolutely can push forward aggressively. The work count's good for Clem too, 52 to 54. Right, so he's ahead on economy, so he doesn't need a push, which is what I was trying to get to initially. But at the same time, like, his army supply's in such a good position, maybe he doesn't mind pushing. I think herO's in this scenario where he's just going to try and do a bunch of damage. Then if Clem reads into that and he just sets up defensively, it's going to be great for him. Catches the Obs without a scan because of the Raven. And continue to chase up this right-hand side. Another couple Stalkers going down already. Very nice so far. Stalkers blink away. Coming through, just going to be seeing this Bioforce going to be fight. A couple of Zealots going down. Order turret comes down as well. Stalker's going to get jumped on. Continue to push this away. Viking going to be shooting at that Prism. So chasing quite nicely. The Prism taking a lot of damage. Marines getting there after these Stalkers. I mean, this one's over, guys. This is maybe not with this push, to be fair, because the Zealot warping is a little scary against a beaten up Bio army, although we turn around and kill the Prisms. Very nice. We've got Widow Mines against the Zealots. Maybe this is over. I mean, now we have reinforcements, so it's not quite the same push, but we buy a bit of time as herO. It's just not going to be enough to really do anything. Fire still pushing up. Well, Stalker's going down. He's going to see the rest of these Zealots getting caught up. The tank sieging. GG says herO. Clem takes the 2-0 lead. Man, he's playing kind of dominantly today, no? Dude is, he's just playing some great games. He's playing simple. It's not rocket science. Clem plays well, and he is getting wins out of it. GG's. WARDITV Mondays 91 might be his. Clem has not won a back-to-back Monday Cup since WARDITV Mondays 56 in October of 2025. So it has been, well, I mean, 8 months since Clem won back-to-back, which is crazy because Clem won back-to-back pretty frequently before then. You know, he won back-to-back Well, he won back in at the start of 2025. Then we went back-to-back 1, 2, 3 more times over the course of the year. So, you know, and then you go back into 2024 and you went back-to-back a whole bunch there as well. So, yeah, I mean, we're used to seeing Clem win, and back-to-back is not like an everyday occurrence, every week occurrence, but like I say, he's really become a lot more dominant lately. 3 weeks ago, Clem beat Classic in the finals. 1 week ago, beat Classic in the finals. And today, he's on the verge of beating herO in the finals to win 3 and 4 weeks. And like I say, his first back-to-back in 8 months. So let's see what happens as we dive on into Ruby Rock. And heading into this in just a couple of moments. Let's get this ready to go. So left-hand side, our red Terran player up 2 and 0 is going to be Clem. Bottom right, our pink Protoss is going to be herO. Getting this set up. It's going to be having me probe across the map early from herO, try to see what's going on, try and scrap up a game back in this one. Reverse sweep incoming. Hey, maybe. I mean, herO's good, man. It can happen. Prober's going to nibble at that SCV. It's just going to come around with that. You can see that Reaper coming through. Orbital Command in the factory coming around for a little bit as well. It's going to take a few moments to get set in these early stages. Oh, Reaper comes down. He's going to be seeing the first bit of scouting from Clem to continue this game. And of course, the first couple minutes is going to be fairly peaceful. I mean, we're here on a Ruby Rock map layout, very standard, very fun. A lot of fun positions and fights we can definitely take here. And we'll see what kind of builds we have to kind of really utilize the map. Obviously, Blink could be powerful. What's interesting is a Stargate. That's not really the expectation. Is this Reaper caught? It is. The Reaper doesn't see the Stargate either. So Clem is blind against this non-typical opening. So yeah, he's not quite aware of what's going on. So that's going to be interesting for him, because if he plays against this like it's Blink, then it's actually Phoenix. That's obviously a really, really good win for herO, where you can maybe get the first fight to go your way and take a bit of momentum off that and try and roll with that, kind of going deeper into the game. A couple of adepts coming through. But mine gathers up. Couple shots already coming about. Just going to be seeing the Marines getting after that adept for a few moments there. So on the chase for a little while. I'm going to get the kill. That is going to be a catch. Nice and quickly. Now bringing this medevac back the other way, so again, getting set up here. Just going to see this Oracle moving back towards the top. Phoenix is going to come back through. Warp gate setting up Twilight Council coming around, a couple of the Adepts coming in. Again, probes coming up as well as you just have the Oracle coming on over here. One of mine is going to fire a couple of shots coming through. Phoenix going to get onto the medevac a little bit. Oh. That wouldn't mind hitting the Phoenix is a mistake, no? Because those probes were just set there. Maybe if you target the probes, they actually move. So it isn't actually as enticing. I feel like you should at least try and get the probes there, though, because it felt like herO was not responding. Well, Raven is about to pop. Raven against the Phoenix is obviously always a little bit funky because Raven is an easy target for the Phoenix, so you're going to have to really, protect it. You can't just send it onto the map like you might usually want to. It's going to have to be more of like a within the army kind of play. So that will be one of the jobs of Clem. I mean, just in general, it's just not going to be ideal when your opponent has a much more effective defense against it than normal. Phoenix and the Oracle gather around again. Charge still coming up. We're going to have a few Adepts going to shade in. Marines going to get after those Adepts as well. So doing a good job of chasing for a moment or so. Marines are going to chase. A couple of Adepts take some damage. A few SCVs going down. The barracks set up for another Marine at the moment. Goes down. A couple of Phoenix going to dive through. Viking going to hit the Phoenix. You're going to see a couple of SCVs trying to pull in toward these Zealots on the low ground. So Clem going to lose a bunch of workers. He's killed a bunch of probes as well. The last Phoenix goes down, so that's a lot of our early units from herO disappearing. Another scrappy kind of early game where we're going to see the economies, I guess, pretty even still. Clem's still losing a couple more SCVs. There's more units from the natural now. So Clem's actually losing a lot of mining time there as these Marines are not able to deal with this. Stim's going to get cancelled. It's only just starts. It's not going to be the most delayed Stim. We don't lose a lot of the build time on Stim there, but even still, I mean, this is going to get awkward now if herO wants to try and reinforce these units because these Zealots are kind of stuck in the main base. The depots are raised. I mean, all this time, though, Clem is not mining the natural, so his economy isn't a big issue. And we are going to recall those Zealots away from the main, so they are going to get out alive. Some medevac coming back through. The Marine's going to get after the sentries for a couple moments. Marine's going to come about. You can see the couple Zealots coming back over. The SCVs will pull through. A couple sentries are going to put some pressure on. Stimpack Marines, SCVs in the company coming up. The Zealots are going to come over. Clem just gets overrun. GG's. herO is back a game. It's not all about Clem today. herO is going to have something to say about this as we jump to a game 4 of this series. Like I say, not going to get wrapped up just yet. Alright, game 4 then. On to our next map, which is going to be 10,000 feet. Let me see all 5 maps. Guys, ready to begin. All right, let's jump into 10,000 feet. We're going to have ourselves the top left. Oh, I'm going to start with the man in the lead. Can he retain the lead for a win right now, or is he going to let this slip to a game 5? Clem in the top left is our Red Terran from Team Liquid. An aggressive game from herO in game number 3 gives us this game 4. On we go. Alrighty guys, game number 4, we'll get this on the go. herO. Been kind of a fun one so far. I'm just going to see this EC morphing into an orbital. Bring that through. Pro coming back up that right side again. Next on Cybercore getting set up initially. Probably just going to nibble. I'm just going to be seeing the SCV. And it's going to take a few shots of damage. Marine stepping over. Again, a couple of Marines. The factory coming about. Commander coming through. Stargate is about halfway done. Be having the factory still continue to come about again. Stalker coming back through. I'm just going to be going after the SCV for a few moments. Couple of Marines come across. Stalker gets chased for a few moments. More Stalkers will still step over again. Cyclone Marines coming about. Starport on the way up. A couple SCVs coming through. Marines on this high ground going to try and deal with these Stalkers and just stop them from getting up and causing any more trouble. You can see the cycle coming about. Oracle getting chased. You're going to see the warp gate coming through. A couple of gates coming about. The Oracle's still fighting for a few moments as we do have the SCVs mining the mules getting going. Stalker's going to get after these Marines. Just going to be able to get some grabs. Going to activate, just going to see the Cyclone, going to get after the Oracle as well. He's going to get pushed away. And next is just gathers a couple of gates coming through. Just going to have uplink coming about. A couple of Marines in the siege tank coming around. Barracks in the engineering bay building as we go about it at the moment. Marines drop in. Just going to get into this mineral line. Stalker in the back is actually going to be in some trouble. Just going to chase that catch. That's going to be a really nice catch. Going to try and step forward again. A few Stalkers looking to try and get over. The Marines pulling away. A couple of those Marines getting caught. A couple of probes taking some damage. Pulling back through. Against impact combat shield +1 all coming out. The Blink and the Phoenix coming about. The battery on the way. The few probes and the Stalker coming around as well. Reactor on the starport, reactor on the factory, about to be done here. Stimpack and combat shield still building through. Oracle tries to set up a stasis ward, not quite going to be able to. Gonna blink will finish shortly as the stasis in the back of this mineral line also gets shot down. Cyclone stepping forward. Stalkers stepping back. Again, Stim Pack, Combat Shield, and +1 all continue to produce at the moment. Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and Mine coming in about as well. I'm just going to see these couple Marines. Just going to step through. I'm going to go after these probes. One probe goes down. Second, excuse me, second probe taking damage. Oracle gets after the siege tank for a few moments. Tank is going to fly back the other way. A couple of those Stalkers already taking big damage. Is going to be shooting. Cyclone locks on. Is actually going to be able to reach and kill that Oracle. That's incredible. 4 Stalkers get out. Clem is going to aggressively chase, dropping in after these units. Do we get another Stalker from this? We do. The blink was a moment too late to save the Stalker that got caught in the back there. Wow. Stimpack starting from Clem. So, I mean, we lose the Stim, but we get so much value out of it as Clem. I mean, he's actually pushing across the map with Stimless at the moment. Do we hate it? I mean, it's scary against Charge, right? The moment Charge is done here, it's so rough to fight Zealots without the Stim because the Zealots just take a lot of damage to get through, and obviously being able to step back with the Stim is very nice as well. I think Clem should back away right now. Like I say, Charge is about to be done. He sees the Zealot count. I can't possibly imagine he's looking at this and being like, yes, that's an army I want to fight right now. Like I say, with Stim, maybe you do. Without Stim, back the hell up. And he is backing up, and now hero's chasing. So hero's obviously of the opinion of that we're at, which is like this fight would be good for him. Maybe not with the extra mines, depending on how they go off. Trying to use the Stalkers for value again. It's going to be the second mine picked off by Stalkers, as Clem has been unable to keep them away from the front of the army. Stim is a few moments from being done, so we'll get that finished. Cyclone Lock is good for the Oracle kill. That will go down. The rest of the Stalkers and the Phoenix pulling back around on the left-hand side. Stalkers blink up. Stimpack is going to get denied again. Oh, that's brutal. Second Stim denial of the game. We're getting so close to it. I mean, we just saw Clem having to play around not having Stim. Now not having Stim against what is going to become a larger and larger Zealot count is going to be absolutely busted, because the other thing at this stage as well is just like mobility between your bases, right? Maybe this is going to give you some time to work with here, because hero's going to have to back off. He just had to recall the units. The Zealots have to walk away, so maybe we're going to be fine. Man, it's so long waiting for Stim at this point, as Clem would love to be on the map trading. Instead, hero's just going to have some position and be able to continue through. Focus blink back. Bio still gathering up. Still coming over. A couple Widow Mines going to go off. Like I say, this is the sort of fight where you'd love to have Stim, but tell you what if we just have Widow Mines that blow up everything? Oh my god, those mines. I'd love to see damage per unit, because some of these back mines must have done giga damage in this fight. There's like 8 kills across those mines. They're all Zealots from that trade. That is, I mean, that's just straight up a game-losing fight. I mean, considering how much work we've done as hero to keep Clem in bad positions, I mean, I get it. You want to take advantage of the Stim, but that was rough. Fight going through. I mean, now we're about to have Stim kicking in. 2 Colossus on the way. Boy, do we need them, but this 4th base probably dies before we get it. Big Stim activates. There's the first Colossus showing up. Do they have range? Probably not, no. No range. Widow Mine's putting work in again. Clem might just be able to overwhelm this and just step straight through. He's going to have to drop another Stim, but hey, we're going to enjoy doing that now that we finally have Stim available. Both Colossus go down. We're going to kite to the sides, maybe get rid of the Immortal as a priority. I think we can just stand and fight. I don't think it matters. Picked up against 4 Zealots is maybe not necessary, like I say, but he's just going to regroup and probably go again after knocking the 2 Colossus down. Fire will chase. A couple Liberators get siege. Zealot still again pushed away. This Robo is not going to be denied before the Colossus post, but the Colossus dies instantly. The second Colossus walks into it, and Clem says, "Deny my Stim twice, and I'll make you pay." Yeah, I mean, this is only possible because hero gave up so much on those Widow Mines. Let's take a rewind. That was one of the best Widow Mine connections we've kind of seen in this sort of way in a while, no?
How do I always jump to, like, just a moment too late? Like, the supply jump in this fight is just crazy. This engagement is just... So it's 98 to 91 going in, but no stim and a ton of zealots feels good. There are 7 mines, and every single one shoots at these zealots. Like, just minus 40 supply while he gets minus 20 is just silly numbers. Like, those zealots just got absolutely obliterated. They were just, like, super clumped as well. The way they ran in it was just perfect for the Widow Mines. It could not have possibly gone better for Clem in that fight, and that's just undoes everything that herO did at the earlier phase of the game, just like that. Bam. Yo, Gromold, thank you so much for the 57-month resub on the Prime. Thank you for the support today, guys. Like I say, a bit of a chill one for me because I was traveling this weekend. I got back late last night, so a little tired, getting back on the grind. We have got a couple weeks of awesome StarCraft. So the next 2 weeks, tomorrow Spring Championship, Wednesday Kung Fu Cup, Thursday through Sunday Spring Championship playoffs, Monday Cup next Monday, Tuesday probably some replay casting. I'm off Wednesday next week, and then DouYu Cup in Masters of the Game finals over that weekend, and then Monday Cup, and then probably a day off before Kung Fu Cup, and then Home Story Cup. So it's busy coming through, basically. So lots of StarCraft coming up. The schedule is full. And, yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us and joining us. Like I say, I'm going to be trying to catch up on the Masters of the Game at some stage. Just don't know when that's going to be just yet. I'm working on it. But, yeah. All right, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I don't really have anything else to add. Obviously, support the channel. If you're on the YouTube, like and subscribe. Don't think I've said that yet today, but we are trying to push towards 50k subs. I went away for 3 days and we lost 30 subs, so we are trying to push that on the YouTube, so help us out with that. And otherwise, yeah, I will be back with you guys tomorrow for WARDITV Spring Championship. Now, we were meant to start 1 hour later tomorrow for the players. However, what we're probably going to do is start at our normal time because I have some replays to cast from Group A. So I think I'm going to start with the Group A replays at the normal time and then go into Group B. Is probably the plan. That just sort of makes sense on my side. So, cool. Appreciate you all. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm just trying to think what else. No, that really is it. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you, BBB Dude, for the 60 months, 5 years in the Prime. I've had, here you go. Thank you. Yeah, no, let's just wrap it up, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll run some ads to support the channel.